What's up, fellas? Koei Maru here, and welcome back to Paranormasight 7 Mysteries of Honjo. Now, I do want to first apologize for taking so long to finally getting back to this, because I've just been so busy with other stuff. But, if you remember what happened last time, quite a lot again. We played as a dead man's fiance, who got kidnapped into a warehouse, and found a curse stone that could kill other curse users, and found more lore on how the curse started. And we also did an exorcism, found that a guy, the detective's daughter, was also a murderer maybe, or someone who incited murder. And yeah, it is a lot that it's so hard to break down everything that happened in one episode before, because so much lore happens. But this right here should be the very final episode of Paranormasight. I think that I'm going to finish it out in this one episode, because we're pretty close to the end already. And yeah, I think I'm just going to clear it out. This is actually very interesting. Everything's been very interesting, but this I'm very interested in. From HQ to home bureaus. Officers have discovered the residence of paroled officer Fumishika Nejima, currently wanted under suspicion of criminal threat. Suspect escaped his residence prior to officers' arrival and is now at large in Sumida City. Suspect is thought to be fleeing on foot. All bureaus are instructed to pursue, ensuring that he does not take refuge indoors. Furthermore, the suspect is believed to possess a weapon capable of causing large-scale casualties. All officers are instructed to exercise extreme caution in their pursuit, remaining vigilant for signs of explosives and poison gas. Sorry, boss. I tracked down Nejima's safe house, but he legged it just before we got here. Not your fault. We should have known he'd be on the lookout for us. We've got officers all over town. It's only a matter of time before we bag them. Alright. I just wanted to look for any more of those mockingbird cards or whatever. I found so many so far. I think we're clear. The rest of the town's crawling with police, but there's practically no one here. We're running ourselves ragged all day. I just finally stopped and catch our breath. Changed my shirt, boss. No need for a BO check. The heck? Or would I be trying to sniff your pit stink? Wait, is that not what you were doing? Don't know where you got that idea, but you can put it right back where it came from. I'll get you in the mood for a good whiff someday, boss. I'll stake my career on it. Heck no. Not even for your career. Alright, same thing there. You sure are eyeing me up, boss. Don't tell me. You got a thing for me? No, nothing like that. Sorry, I shouldn't stare. So, boss, what are we doing here anyway? I figured Nejima might show up. Call it a hunch, but he used his place as a hideout 20 years ago. Fair enough, but will he even remember it after so long? I don't think he'd forget a murder hideout. I don't know why I just keep looking around. I fear that I'm gonna miss him. But I doubt he's around her yet. Remember that mugshot of Nejima we circulated? I think it was from when he got out on parole, but except for a few wrinkles, he looked just like he did 20 years ago. Yeah, no idea how he kept up that weight on a prison diet. That's a stroke of luck though, isn't it? It means it'll be easy to spot. See, there's something bothering me about that. You've got every officer in the area looking for him, but no one sees a dang thing. Which makes you wonder, what if we're looking for the wrong face? He made he slim down, but it's only been half a year since he made parole. Could he really have lost that much weight in just 6 months? He could have. Well, it must look different enough that no one recognized him when he started working at Komagata High School. Good point. That means the photo we've got is useless. I know we didn't see anyone when we looked around before, but maybe we should check again. Don't bother. It's only been a few minutes. Let's take a second to sit and think. Hey, boss. Break time it is. Hey, boss. I think I hear something come from those bushes over there. You sure it ain't the wind? Hello? Is anybody there? That's him. I'm pretty sure that's him. Well, I'll be damned. Hey, you. Let me ask you something. And how can I help you two fine gents? Do I know you? Could have swear I've seen you somewhere before. Afraid you ain't gonna charm anyone with that tired old line, sir. Not even this old-timer. Playing hard to get, eh? My mistake. Anyway, what's your business here? Just enjoying the moment to myself, since I've got the day off. I like it here. It's peaceful. We're looking for someone. Mind if we ask you some questions? Sounds like a lucky man, sir, to have a strapping gent like yourself after him. This one's business, not pleasure. I've dedicated my life to putting this guy behind bars. You can say that again. While it's been so many hours, even his wife and kid left him. Enough, Ariel. We'll set him off. Sorry to hear that, sir. But if you glared at them like that all day, I can't say I blame him. Oh, that's it. The guy I'm after used to laugh just like that. You sure you haven't seen him? Oh, no, sir. Don't know anyone like that, sir. Well, to laugh like that, he must be bad to the bone. He's a nasty piece of work, all right. But maybe he can still do the right thing. You'd like to think so, eh? Ariel, call for backup. You mean that's him? And he immediately ran off. Crap, he's running away. Wait. I'll go after him. You get back up. Okay, I'm on it. Alright, so look, we're actually found our way to getting him, maybe. Because I feel like he planned this out, obviously. Execute all bureaus. The suspect has been sighted in the former Yasuda Gardens and is fleeing towards Komagata Bridge. Ariel, go the long way around. We'll trap him on the bridge. You got it. Alright. Give it up, Nejima. Hey, we're surrounded. There's no way out. Hey, no. You're really gonna pull that thing on poor old me? When did the boys in blue get so trigger happy around unarmed civilians? Unarmed my arse. We know what the curse you're packing is capable of. We also know it can't do crap in daylight, so give it up and come quietly. Can't do crap in daylight, eh? What do you think I am, some third-rate amateur? I'm a goddamn black magician. No way. Could black magic really do that? Like hell it can. He's pulling that out of his arse. Black magic's from the west. These curses are Japanese. They don't have anything to do with each other. Besides, if we can use curses while the sun was up, he wouldn't have given us till dusk. Unless you take me at my word on that. Now that Iwai's out of the picture, I'm crap out of options. Good to know. Sounds like it won't take much to get you to give up. Careful now. That might just be desperate enough to try something. And the kid over there might be desperate enough to shoot. Bit of a wild card, huh? Everyone's starting to gather. That's no surprise given the scene we're causing. But if Nejima's packing explosives, he won't need a curse to cause a bloodbath. These idiots need to get out of here. But they won't listen. Why do rubberneckers always have balls of steel? It's just dumb. Not balls of steel necessarily, just dumb. Alright. I doubt he can pull off what he's threatening. We can't be too cautious here. If we try to take him down by force, things can get sticky. If you keep him talking, maybe I can get him to drop his guard, or even talk him down. I'd have to be careful not to provoke him. Best case scenario is we get him in cuffs. Next best is we steal his curse stone. Either way, I need to get some idea of how his curse works, or I'll be flying blind. Nejima looks nothing like at all like I remember him. They really starve himself skinny just for this. Is that hell-bent on revenge? Dang, his hand's starting to shake. Being face to face with Nejima must be getting to him. I have every confidence he won't. But God, I hope he doesn't crack under pressure and fire. There we go. If he makes any funny moves, shoot him. Leaves to me, boss. I'll get him right between the eyes. Whoa, easy there, Outshot. I don't know if you're serious, but think about what you're saying there. If I really am unarmed, you'll be all over the news faster than you could say excessive force. My boss take the falls, that's fine by me. You're crapping me. This guy's a basket case? And a goddamn good officer. Frog me. You've got spirit, kid, I'll give you that. Just give yourself up and this will all be over. If you want to talk, I'll talk. First you gotta put that thing away. I can't think straight with the gun in my face. Not a chance. Not a chance. I've got something to say, then say it. Your buddy's hands are shaking. If you squeeze the trigger a bit too hard, I'm done for. Makes things more exciting, don't you think? You two have lost your fucking minds. Hey boss, can I shoot already? My arm's getting tired over here. Knock yourself out. Hold on. Heck is wrong with you? Really gonna shoot a guy just because your arms are tired? You look like you're really gonna do it. You're out of your goddamn minds, both of you. Hear that, Ariel? Let's hold off a little longer. Aye, boss. The heck are you teaching that kid? He's a natural. Birds of a feather. You have the cursed stone for the one-sided read? Of course I do. Take a look. That's it, alright. Whoops, better put it somewhere safe. I don't want something to happen to it. How did you find out about the cursed stones? They don't have anything to do with black magic. Someone else turned you on to them, didn't they? That puffed-up teacher Irish, you couldn't shut up about him. He's desperate for a chance to flaunt his smarts. All I had to do was act impressed. That still doesn't explain how you learn so much so fast. Curses and black magic ain't so different as you seem to think. As far as I'm concerned, they're just two ways of harnessing paranormal powers. You're sure there isn't more to it? All that matters is whether that power is the real deal. And this curse is very real, as you well know. Joke's on you, Nejima. Don't you know the one-sided read's a fake dropped in with the rest? Give it a rest. I've tested it myself. You use that thing on people. When something this special falls into your lap, you gotta take it for a spin. I'm just as good at covering my tracks. Good enough not to get caught at least. Let me guess. You're back to your old tricks. Attacking schoolgirls in the middle of the night. So you know about that, huh? One of the brats put up a fight. About enough time for the other one to get away, so I went ahead and called it quits. Sounds like your curse is a real pain to set off. Nah, I had that sorted way beforehand. Just pulled some kind of spirit bullcrap on me. I would have gotten a little eventually. I just didn't have the time. Way beforehand. Huh. Interesting. If you think puzzling out my curse is gonna help, don't bother. Why not? Because you won't be able to do crap about it either way. I'll let you in on a secret. I could frog up a few good 100 people right now if I wanted to. A few hundred. Yeah, now you're getting it. I can kill any one of them at any time. And I guess we've got ourselves a situation. You're telling me your curse can kill people you can't even see. It's a bit unfair. If you really can do that, why'd you even bother showing up in person last night? I want to make sure the curse worked. I think I need to clean up after. Don't take your eyes off this guy for a second, Ariel. Got it. You seriously got your curse locked onto several hundred people. That's one heck of a curse stone you're packing. These things sure ain't made equal. And of course you got the nasty one. Of all the crappy luck. I'm told I pulled a good one. Told? By who? Oops, I've said too much. I knew it. Someone fed you all this info. I know what you're talking about. It's safe just in case something does happen bad, because I'm sure something might. God dang it, I'm pressing the wrong stuff. I'm panicking. I knew it. Someone fed you all this info. Okay, say anything there. About his threat. That massacre you told me about on the phone. Did you mean it? Every word. Don't you worry. Soon you have the case of a lifetime. Oh yeah? How are you gonna pull it off? Like I'm gonna tell you, dumbarse. But I'll give you one thing for free. I never had to wait till sundown. I just wanted to make sure you'd really hate me for this. Pretty sure I hate you plenty already. That ain't crap. I need more hatred out of you. More. Needy son of a bitch, aren't you? I will say this, like, why don't we just shoot him? I don't know, maybe that's me thinking my stuff, but if we just shoot him, like, look, his hands are like near his belt. You can just shoot him and say you saw him reaching for something. Why not? Alright, Ariel's fine. No, I'm not done. Just wait till you see what we got in store for what you really care about. You should be quaking in your frockin' boots. That's not gonna happen. So you got enough to worry without your sorry arse getting in her hair. And that's more like it. And there's the face I wanted to see. Yeah, that's the stuff. Man of my word, as you're about to find out. Last thing. What's it been, Nejima? 20 years you've been studying black magic? And now you're just giving it up for Eastern curses. I didn't have you down for a cheater. Hey now, black magic screwed me over first. Can't blame a man for going with the girl who make him meet his needs. Screwed you over how? Because your resurrection ritual didn't work? That was the real point of the murders, wasn't it? It must have been rough putting in all that work for no payoff. Imagine my surprise when I finally found out what you were really after. So now you're trying again with the right of resurrection, taking the chance to spit in my eye while you do it. Tell me, Nejima, who is it you want to resurrect so dang bad? Who is it you spent 20 years chasing? It's the mother of that baby, ain't it? You had a partner, and though you never put a ring on her, the two of you had a kid. But then she died. Maybe she got sick, maybe she got in an accident, but either way, she left you and the kid all alone in the world. Tell me I'm wrong, Nejima. It's her you're trying to bring back, isn't it? I've seen for myself just how many folks are pinning their hopes on this right of resurrection. And I can tell you this, it ain't natural and it ain't gonna lead to anything good. So, if all you ever needed was someone to help you deal with the pain, then... God, you're so freaking stupid. Huh? Is that really what you think? That's hilarious. You don't know a goddamn thing. What? Dang it. For a second there, I really thought you were gonna talk him down, boss. Listen up, chump. I'll tell you what really happened 20 years ago. What really happened? You got half of it right. I did have a loving girl back once, so we're just gonna be. She knows what she went by, though I couldn't tell you if that was her real name. Don't know where she came from either. She traveled, I think. Might have been an angel for all I know. She sure seemed like one to me. Then she got sick, and just like that, she was gone. My guess is that it was the pollution. I never knew for sure. Couldn't afford a decent enough doctor. My life after that was a living hell. Until I found this grimoire in an old bookstore. A grimoire, huh? A total resurrection ritual. Black magic that could bring Shino back. So I was right. Not exactly, see? You said the ritual didn't work. You said it yourself. Black magic screwed you over. No, it screwed me alright. But it worked just fine. What is that supposed to mean? Also, did it like bring her back as a zombie? See, the ritual doesn't bring the person back as the same as they were when they died. It's more like reincarnation. Rebirth. Rebirth. Wait. Oh no. Oh hell no. You mean that baby? Dang right. The resurrection ritual brought Shino back to me as a fracking baby. You've got to be kidding me. You're telling me that wasn't her kid? That was her? In the flesh? Heck I am. That little brat was not my Shino. Her mind was gone. She was totally helpless. She didn't even know who I was. Her warm arms, her gentle voice, gone. Gone, gone. Was a dang thing left of her. Heck did you expect? She was a baby. If you really care about her, you would have grown some balls and act like a father. Fuck that. I snatched sacrifice off the street for her, chopped into pieces for her, and that's what I get? A screaming little bundle of crap and piss. That was my Shino. Give back her softness, give back her warmth, give her back to me. So you just left the baby to die? I knew you were scum, but you really are the lowest of the low. Look me in the eye and tell me that if your wife turned into a baby, you love her just the same. How could I do that when I couldn't even be sure it was really her? Yeah, I get it. I get that you're human garbage who doesn't care about anyone but himself. And so now you're going after the right of resurrection in the hopes you'll get luckier this time. Luck doesn't come into it. The right really works, there's proof. And what happens if you get the same results? If your Shino comes back as a baby again? Ugh. Shut up. Just put that lie in my head. It'll work this time, it has to. What a psycho. Man. So yeah, I get this picture of him. Quite a lot here. Let's read a little bit though. I won't read the whole thing. We'll read a little bit. Upon returning, she found it in which his parents' house was located in Tokyo had burned to the ground. His entire family wiped out in disaster. Starting from nothing, he worked hard and eventually opened a small general store near the Sumida River. Though it was not a thriving business, it was enough to put food on the table. Fumishika was inspired by the new cultural trends flooding in the city as Tokyo was rebuilt from the ashes. He was especially fond of books and enjoyed visiting antique bookstores in Kanda to search for rare foreign books in his free time. Of all the books, however, it was those on the paranormal and the occult that caught his eye. They are open to the existence of such things due to some miraculous return from the war. What was initially a passing interest gradually became a deep fascination with Western black magic. As he gathered more information on the subject, still single after 30, Fumichika tried performing a black magic ritual to summon a partner. Soon after, he met a woman who called herself Shino, though her real name remains unknown. Shino had left her hometown in the countryside where she had no family or work to support her. Somehow made it to Tokyo while earning a meager daily wage. When she met Fumichika, she was haggard and on the verge of starvation. Fumichika felt a connection with Shino due to the ritual, decided to take her into his home and let her live there, both of them having lived alone for most of their lives. The two turned out to be a perfect match. Shino gradually recovered but still was not as strong enough to work. Fumichika was by no means a skilled businessman and their lives were far from financially secure. But Shino, who had experienced wartime Japan, was simply content. Was to have food and table to eat every day. The two spent their days together, poor but happy to be by each other's sides. Several years later, Shino's condition took a severe turn for the worse. The local doctor could offer them no help, and without enough money to take Shino to a major hospital, Fumichika resorted to using black magic to heal her. Her was of no use, and she passed away at their home. Her final words were, "I'm sorry, I must go first. I'll leave the rest to you." Fumichika plunged into intense despair. He drank and ate everything he could to distract himself, which caused him to rapidly gain weight. After a while, when he was finally able to walk around town once more, he found himself drawn to an antique bookstore, within which he found a grimoire he had never laid eyes on before. The grimoire contained detailed instructions on how to perform a resurrection through black magic. The rites required the dismemberment and sacrifice of a young woman. This great cost only served to convince Fumichika that this would be the spell that would finally work. Embrace the grimoire and let his depictions of black magic consume his heart more than ever before. Fumichika then found a destitute woman in town who was on the verge of collapse, brought her to a basement warehouse and performed the ritual sacrifice. However, it had no effect. Thinking that his own hesitation had gotten away, he was swift to perform the ritual again, but still proved fruitless. He repeated this process 4 times in total. Each time he dismembered the body into small pieces and dumped them into the filthy Sumida River, where they were never found. While cleaning up after his 4th kill, disappointed Fumichika noticed an emaciated baby nearby. Could it have been Shino? A bit of lore on him. Fuck. Alright. You gonna shoot him? Yeah, there we go. Nope. Yeah, just hold the trigger at this point. Doesn't matter. I'm through with black magic. Is that why you gave your grimoire to a Y? I figured you could use it, but a lot of work into getting him to believe that sort of stuff. About his curse. Fine then, keep your mouth shut. But I do know one thing. All that about being able to use your curse during the day. It's bullcrap. Just a bluff. Oh, is that what you think? I think he is bluffing about that. Genuinely because like every single curse user we've run into so far has had the thing, I can't use my curse during the day. And it just loses power. I don't think he's the one person. He has the strongest curse, but I still think it follows the rules. Your back's on the wall and you still haven't used your curse. You really could pull the plug at any time you'd have done by now. Now there is a Tsutsumi I know. Fine, I admit it. It's exactly like you said. If I could have used my curse, I would have. So I did. Huh? There should be a few new corpses around the city right about now. You sure you should be pointing guns at me when people are dying across the city? Wouldn't you? Hey, Ariel. Get someone to check that out. Just don't take your eyes off Nejima. Alright, boss. Yeah, I need someone over here. I'll look the girl in the background too. Yeah, that's right. Get to earning that paycheck. If you don't see to him soon, there'll be plenty more on the way. However, when you get out of this mess, the longer you keep me here, the more people die. Has blood on your hands. Bullcrap, you're bluffing. Think what you like. You'll see soon enough. Crap. This is a rough standstill, isn't it? Because technically we don't have any grounds to shoot him on. Also, yeah, I am later. What the? Whoa, back up. Like, is she doing here? Crap. Her eyes just met. This is bad, real bad. Why'd she have to pick now of all times? Get out of here, dang it. Look it before he sees you. Well, but I need to ask her about Namagaki. Crap. Boss, where are you looking? What are you doing looking all over the place? Focus. Dang it. Oh, he's fast. I'm gonna get away. Ariel, you had a gun at him. Why'd you look away? Well. I am a Tono. I've been looking for you for a very long time. Dad? Ayami, don't you dare. Bastard, get away from her. Oh crap, did he grab her? Get off, you're hurting me. Just stay right where you are, she dies. With what, your fist? What weapon does he have? Get back here. Make me see you around, dumb fucks. Well, that piece of crap took Ayama hostage and ran off with her. After him, can't let him get away. Did he really grab her and threaten her? What was he gonna do? He had no weapon. Unless he was just threatening to break her neck, which I guess is possible. Rescued all the heroes. Of course we lost him. Suspect is evaded capture at Komagata Bridge and remains at large. He's currently on the run with one female hostage. I gotta say, boss, we really screwed that one up. Yeah, we did. My fault. All we can do now is hope he doesn't slip the net. You know the Denny now, boss. He can't run forever. Come on, keep your chin up. I'm sure the hostage will be alright. Oh, I hope so. Can't believe that was your daughter. How crazy is that? Yeah. We've been trying to get a hold of her since this morning and she just shows up there. Who would have thought? What a twist of fate. Yeah, a bit too twisted of a twist for my liking. I think you need a breather, boss. You're not making sense. Does this mean she was one in the car with Namagaki? No, we don't know that yet. Let's see what she has to say before we jump to any conclusions. You sound tired, boss? That stand-up must have really done a number on you. Come on, let's dress up some Mitsumai? I've never heard of that. Mitsumami. That'll put a spring in your step? Yeah, that sounds good. Some sugar might just be what I need to get my brain working. Oh, hold on, boss. Looks like Patrol's got a message. I'll go check it out. Sure thing. Please be good news. Please be good news. Good news, boss. They found Nejima. No crap. What about the hostage? I don't know. It just had to come quick. Let's hope your daughter's not dead. Oh. Wow. Oh. Dang. Guess we'll find out when we get there. At 4:20 p.m., Fujika Nejima, also known as Makoto Ashiyami, was found in the former Yasuda Gardens, beaten to death. The body suffered 110 distinct instances of a blunt force trauma. The case is being treated as a homicide. The deceased's possessions have not been recovered and appear to have been taken post-mortem. The location of the deceased female's hostage remains unclear. Police continue to pursue her as a person of interest. My God. That's what we have. We just have to... The loudest bus just runs by my window. We just have to figure out what to do next, but I was not expecting that. He just got beaten to death. That's interesting because we know no cursed stone that does that. My mustache keeps getting in my mouth. We know no cursed stone that blunt trauma someone to death by 110 times. The one that's similar to that, I would say, is like the giant foot stepping on you. But like that's just one crush and it just breaks all the bones in your body, which we knew from another case. I guess I'll look around and find the next thing now. Jumping you here now. This literally just happened when I was looking around for what to do. And when you're playing as this guy's fiance who's trapped in this abandoned factory and you just choose the think option, she has a flashback, I guess. So we're in a flashback cutscene now, which might actually lead me to knowing what to do because I've been looking around for 30 minutes. The way we lived. Hopefully. Ever since we were kids, we were always ready to die if that's what it came to. We'd never take our foot off the gas just because we were scared of death. We were never such big fans of living anyways. That's why we were always prepared for it. I used to wonder if we took things a little too lightly. But that's just how much we trusted each other. So I have to no use for some crappy right. And that's the truth, Hajime. Oh, never mind, I guess we got a little nice flashback there. Back to the living room. Okay, that actually did work. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had to look that up entirely. I was looking around for like an hour and I just didn't find any way to find this passcode. And when looking at stuff, it's supposed to be something where you interact with the pen and like a fax machine. It's supposed to allow you to figure out the year it was opened. Did not see that happen when I interacted with those items throughout the game. But it's fine. We got it open, you know, as long as we're progressing. What is this thing? Well, I guess I might as well pull it out. And looks like a phone business receiver. Okay, wait, that's a fax machine. Is there another one to be interacting with? I didn't know this one was in the room. I know, it's a fax machine. I see commercials for these on TV. If I remember correctly, it used to send copies of documents to other people who have one. What an age we live in where we can send letters and things without going through the mailman. This means I can call for help without a telephone. Never used one before, but if I can connect to the power in the phone line. Alright, we got power. Now I just figure out how I can send it to you. What else do I need? I found a bunch of paper in the cabinet. Need a pen to write with. Okay. I need a phone number for a fax machine to send this to. What am I gonna do about that? It's the phone number, I don't know. But with the pen's right here. Okay. Check that actually works. Did you get paper? You can fix it with nail polish remover. Oh, she says to interact with it. Huh? You can fix this with nail polish remover? Why did that pop into my head all of a sudden? Well, might as well give it a try. If this is one of Hihaku's warehouses, there just might be some nail polish remover somewhere. Right in the boxes, right? With a shelf. No. I suppose bottles and soaps, I wonder if there could be. There is a nail polish remover. There's no label, but I'm sure that's what this is. Sweet. Alright, so if I use this, you will actually want me to combine it? This is the first time in the game ever that they've made you use items like this. Except if the pen has been soaked in nail polish remover. Should be able to use the pen now, at least for a while. You have a mop still, your Kirstone, soap, and your pen. Okay. So now we just need a phone number, which we probably have to switch. I don't use a phone number so I can send a fax to it. Anyway, that's a fax machine. Yeah, so this is something that I've had my eye on since the game very first started. With Haru and Richter. She has a fax machine just like in the background. And the interesting thing about it, which I always make keep my eye on it, is that it's never checked out. So I guess like if you do hanging scroll, you see you get to check after you interact with this same dialogue. Fax machine, no matter how many times you click it, it never got a check mark. Fax machine exit images to other places along the telephone network. Fax machine. The number for our home is 63 something. Ma'am, is everything okay? I'm fine. There's just something I want to check. Is that so? Can you use the phone at all? Yeah, okay, so that's all we need to do right there, actually. We should be able to go right back to her. Mayu. What just popped into your head? There you go. It happened again. The number for a fax machine just popped into my head. There's no way how this information is coming from my own brain. Could someone be sending me their thoughts? Never mind. I have to focus. Let's get this message sent. Now, I need to tell them where I am. If I tell them everything I know about this place, they should be able to figure out where it is. First, I know I'm in a building owned by Hihaku, a factory or warehouse. As to the address, it should be close to... where's your bridge at? There's... That's right. My curse echoes the beckoning light. That means this place must be near Honjo Bridge. Okay, time to send it. Like she always JoJo poses when she's thinking. I think this is how you do it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure 80% of people today will know how a fax machine works. Including me, don't get me wrong. Alright. If the machine I sent to is connected, it should be sent. Now, I wait. Please, somebody. You're good, you're good. Now I just have to jump back to... Yeah, because we're done with that, right? Now I have to jump back to... Oh, we just ended now. There we go. We jump back to them. First, let's check the residence. I guess I gotta get the hot tip that she's being out there. Oh, the phones. Be my guest. You wouldn't want to keep them waiting. Thank you. That shouldn't be long. Wonderful. We'll actually be able to do this. Hello? She gave my residence. Oh, it wasn't the phone. What's wrong? Nothing. It was just a fax machine. I'm still not quite used to it. No, there's a fax machine? Amazing. This is how they look. It's incredible. Goodbye to snail mail, am I right? It's the future. For a little bit, actually. I didn't think it would excite you so much. Something came out. Is it finished? I can watch this thing all day. What is this? It looks like it was written in pen, but... What's it say? What's it say? It says, help, I'm trapped in Hihaku Soap's warehouse, or a factory near Honjo Bridge. Hihaku? Why would someone send me such a message? Am I being pranked? No, that's too fishy to be a coincidence. Did that ever happen at one point in history? Were people like sending pranks through fax machines? That sounds like a really funny point in time. I wouldn't put it past Hihaku to have someone locked up if it's got anything to do with procuring the right. We should check it out. Hopefully we don't find anything so sinister. There we go. Now we can actually probably interact with the bridge. Or with the factory in the background. The ground to the abandoned factory is indeed Hihaku's. Abandoned factory to the Honjo Bridge. Everything lines up. So, the person who faxed us for help is in there. Let's find out. If there's nothing, we should wrap up fast. But isn't this place locked? Don't underestimate me, ma'am. I can make short work of a simple lock like this. Oh my, you truly are something else. Please be careful then. It may be illegal, but he's a private detective. He can bend the rules a little. Okay, so there we go. Did we unlock anything? No, okay, so both these routes got closed out here. Interesting. I wonder. So we can try jumping to Yako's route. See if anything happens. Oh yeah? Huh? What is it? That person coming this way. He looks very out of place and suspicious. That tall guy? Do you know him? Yeah, from a little while back. Mr. Yumioka, over here. Oh wait, he might actually not be suspicious. Even though he was just standing there watching two high school girls. Oh. You're Gamyodo's manager, Mr. Yumioka, yes? Good to see you again. Miss Kurusuzu. What a coincidence running into you here. Gamyoda. Yumioka. He's been trying to avoid eye contact with Mio since he noticed it was her. Something's fishy. How have things been since we last met? If she just stays with our training, she won't have to rely on cheating people anymore. Yes, she has been keeping at it. Cheating people? Interesting. Miss Kurosuzu, so glad to see you are doing well. I assure you we've had no issues you need concern yourself with. Interesting, it almost seems like scared. Talk to Mio. Looks a little nervous for just running into an acquaintance. You gotta tell me what happened. A case from a while back. A family overseeing a reliquary came to us saying they were being investigated by someone suspicious. Investigated? A psychic named Sugen Gamyodo suddenly showed up. She said that she had a premonition that something terrible would happen, as to exercise the temple immediately. Sounds like a cover for a burglary. After they notified the police, I was dispatched there by Paranormal Affairs. I inspected the place myself, but didn't see anything wrong, so I sent them away. He acted as Gamyodo's manager during the case. That is pretty suspicious. Apparently she was looking for something there, but I told her that's no excuse for fraud and sent her off with a scolding. And honestly, Gamyoto didn't have much spirits to speak of, which soured my mood on the whole thing. Right, so she was one of those types then. Well, she's involved in all kinds of stuff, so she may at least be knowledgeable about paranormal objects. Interesting. But essentially she's one of the fraudulent psychics that are so common nowadays. If you have no further business with me, then I'll be on my... Oh, before you go, Gamyoto seemed to know a lot about paranormal objects. It would be a huge help if we could ask her about something. And what might that be? Is she familiar with an ancient text called the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll? Or anything about the descendants of an Onmyoji named Simon... I forget this every time. Tsuchi Makoto. I beg your pardon. Miss Kurosuzu, how do you? So you do know about it. I see. If that's what you're after, then that means... Hold it, don't tell me you're trying to snatch up some innocent schoolgirls this time. Stop right there. Oh, is that Mayu? Yeah. It isn't Yumioka. What a pleasure to see you again. Mayu Chozawa? What are you doing here? Chozawa? This investigator here helped me out. You legit a number on me. What do you know? We just so happen to have some business with Hihaku ourselves. Why don't you join us? You can do that much for us, can't you? You work for Hihaku after all. Depending on how this conversation goes, I won't have to get the police involved. I really wish I could pan the camera to these absolute JoJo characters. Oh my god, I love this game. You work for Hihaku? What's going on? He's just gonna run. There's really no way you can refuse, though, is there? You two young ladies must be involved as well. Would you care to join us? Sure. All the characters are linking up. You gotta love it. They will even get the lore reason of why Nejima was beaten to death in a park. Quite the view, isn't it? How long can you play dumb with this many people lined up and waiting for answers from you? You'd better just give in and come clean with everything you know. Look around real quick. I just want to see if there's any of those mockingbird things. There's not. Real quick. She was only introduced to the investigator's client. She's cool. Feels like I wouldn't stand a chance against a full-grown woman like her. The meal was amazing too, keeping her cool at a time like this. She must be used to dealing with adults by now. We were introduced briefly earlier. This flashy-looking guy is a private investigator. I thought they were only like that in TV shows, but I guess they're pretty intense in real life too. She's Mayu Chozawa, the fiancée of Hajime Yoshimi, the police officer. I'll have to talk to her about Hitomi later. And finally, he's clearly shaken by all this. Feels like he's desperately racking his brain for a way to get out of this. It's almost hard to watch. Yeah, we'll see if we can talk to them. Excuse me, are you new to all of this too? Oh, I guess I'm kind of just tagging along. Me too. Let's make sure not to get in the way, shall we? Right. Excuse me, I had no idea that Gamyoto was connected with Hihaku. So I'd just like to ask, was it Mr. Yamamori from Hihaku who obtained the Record of Fates and passed it on to Arashi? No, that was not the case. Oh, my mistake. Was it Tsuden Gamyoto's doing then? No, it was not. We first learned of the Record of Fates from Mr. Arashi. It was then that Miss Yamamori gained an interest and extended a contract to compensate him in return for his research and findings. Then who was it that activated the Feast of Shadows to call forth the Curse of the Seven Mysteries? Okay, this is actually a really big question here. I give you my word that we had no parts in it. We had learned from Arashi beforehand that something would happen at midnight last night. That is all. Hey, there's no way that's true. Stop lying. I must ask that you please refrain from violence. Hold on, Yako. It's alright. The minute I learned that Gamyoto was none other than the Queen of Hihaku herself, I felt that was the case. She doesn't have strong enough spirit sense for it. Oh, gotcha. Well, it is somewhat shameful. If you require proof, then so be it. Wait, so that talk of supernatural powers was just hot air? I don't think she has zero spirit sense, but even Yako here has more than her. I do? Also, the spirit power lingering in this park has been bothering me for quite some time. The person who died here must have had considerably powerful spirit sense. Interesting, so this links back to our first protagonist, Shoko Okie. If they were a Hihaku employee, then maybe they should have been the one running things. I think Shogo Okie was so talented. At any rate, Hihaku wasn't the mastermind behind exposing the record of fates to the world and initiating the Feast of Shadows. I think we can be sure about that. Alright. And you know the record of fates Yin scroll too, don't you? Be a little closer to my mic. If you were researching the Rite of Resurrection and the record of fates, then you must have looked into the Yin scroll as well. That's right. The record of fates alone wasn't enough to learn how to collect soul drags. I'm sure you looked into many things on your own, but how much do you actually know? Who and where Simon Suhimikoto's descendants are? Were you able to find that sort of information with Gamyoto's connections? I can't reveal that. Okay, jump him. Okay, so we literally can't get more information than that. Now then, I've come to hand over the Haunts and Clappers curse stone like I promised. Curse stone? Thank you. I have to admit I'm surprised that you are a man of your word. But first, I've got some questions about the curse stones you already have. What exactly do you want to know? Earlier you said that Hihaku have collected 6 curse stones already. 6? I'd like to confirm which of the 7 mysteries they correspond to. And why do you need to know that? Because I don't trust, of course. If you really collect them like you say, you'd have no problem saying which curse stones they are, right? First, the Whispering Canal. Good. And what else? Mayu Chozawa over there has the beckoning light. Yep, you were the one who made sure I got it. What? Unfortunately for you, I don't feel like handing it over. So I don't think it counts as one of yours. Good to know. Anyway, please do continue. Next is the ever-burning lantern, which we gave to Hideki Arashi. So you consider that one of Hihaku's then? Whatever. We'll worry about that later. That's 3. What about the others? Well, the others, the foot washing mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What? And lastly, the Fool's Procession, if I recall. So you claim. How about it, mademoiselle? That's wrong. Those 3 are with Inspector Tsutsumi. I gave the Fool's Procession to him myself, so I know he's wrong. There you have it. Too bad for you, pal. If our agreement was founded on lies, then I have no duty to hand over my curse stone like I'd promised. Meaning the only curse stone you have is the Whispering Canal. And it inevitably follows that you used it to kill that young man in Kinchibori Park. Such a horrible act, and to your own employee nonetheless. No, there you are mistaken. To be entirely frank with you, we do not possess a single curse stone. What? We plan to collect soul drags using any method available to us, of course, as we needed the right. But committing murder ourselves was too much of a risk. We intended on having others collect the soul drags for us. Is that so? Therefore, I myself have no soul drags in my possession. It was our plan to arrange for particularly greedy individuals to receive the curses. What? It is possible Shoko Okie came to possess the Whispering Canal because of that. But by the time I became aware of this, he was already dead. I don't believe you. Are you really trying to talk your way out of this now? Or do you really want me to believe a Hihaku employee was cursed by complete coincidence? That is the truth, whether you believe me or not. It must have been someone else entirely who took Shoko Okie's stone and killed him. I have no idea whatsoever whose hands the Whispering Canal is in now, nor where it may be. Oh, could it really be? It wasn't Hihaku who put the idea in Fumishika Nejima's head to get a curse stone either. Nejima, the ones we've negotiated with Ariwai and Arashi. Interesting. Excuse me, but does that mean you don't know the location of the remaining curse stones either? There's one that has been mentioned, What about the Taiko Sugaru? Oh, good question, my mysterious mademoiselle. I'm afraid we have no information in that regard either. Have you heard enough about curse stones? I have nothing else to tell you. Interesting. Nothing there. Ooh, and where's Simon Sui Mikoto? I'm just gonna say Mikoto's descendants are. Okay, yeah, wait, that was the same thing there. Is he still not giving us information? Excuse me, Mr. Investigator? What is it, mademoiselle? Would you be willing to give up the curse stone you have? Yes, you have a point. They're too dangerous to carefully walk around with in one's pocket. However, sorry to disappoint you. That's not possible at this moment. And why is that? You don't know, do you? And I'll tell both you and your friend from Hihaku over there. I doubt any of you have attempted it yet, but it seems that cursed stones cannot be given to normal people. What? I actually tested with the madam here earlier. Even if you give the curse stone to someone else, the curse bearer doesn't change, and the curse eventually makes its way back to the bearer. It's almost obvious when you think about it, seeing as how the cursed stones appear to the curse bearers of their own accord to begin with. But Inspector Tsutsumi has collected curse stones from other curse bearers. The Inspector Tsutsumi must be a curse bearer himself. So from what you're saying, curse stones can only be transferred between curse bearers, and obtaining a cursed stone alone doesn't make someone a curse bearer so they can't use its curse? Exactly. So they aren't quite as dangerous as you think. As for Hihaku's intention of just collecting the curse stones for themselves, fortunately for them it was never going to work, unless it's a curse bearer among them. That dang Arshi. How could he not know this? That must be why I sensed that I couldn't take Yako's curse stone. I returned it right away when I borrowed it from her earlier. That's precisely how it works, my mysterious mademoiselle. I'll give mine directly to Inspector Tsutsumi later. If you know Inspector Tsutsumi, then I think that's best. Thank you. It's really interesting to kind of hear everyone's stuff like come together and realize like there's a lot of information that's not public knowledge of the characters. Like only certain characters know certain things happening. That's just really cool. Alright, let's talk to Mayu. I'll cut to the chase then. Are you the ones who killed Hajime Yoshimi? No, we did not. Don't try and play dumb now. If not you, then who? That much, I don't know. While it is true that we were after the information he possessed, he was killed by someone else before we could acquire it. Which forced us to target you instead, Miss Chozawa. And that's why you forced me to talk and why you ended up with this curse, huh? Indeed, though I never thought you would escape. Well, it took a couple of miracles, but yeah, I got out. And just what information did Hajime have that you wanted? You really think you can get away without answering now? But I'll let someone else ask something for now. When where Simon Mikoto's descendants are, are we actually gonna get an answer? No. Oh, then would you prefer I expose to the public how Gamyoto is fraud with almost zero spirit sense? That's it, yeah, I mean, you're trying to make her a god in the media. Fine. I understand. Let me adjust myself in my chair, this will get serious. From the results of our independent research, I found that Simon Mikoto's descendant was Hajime Yoshimi. What? So that's why you went after Hajime? Yeah, I figured this out last episode. However, Hajime Yoshimi was only carrying a fragment of the whole. A fragment? That's right. He did say something about a fragment of an old manuscript. The location of the yin scroll was hidden, and the other girl was... Who was the other girl? Was it Atomi or Michio? It was Michio, I think, before she died. The location of the yin scroll was hidden. The information was split into two and hidden in a pair of talismans, which were then passed down from generation to generation. Talismans? I see. Hajime Yoshimi was supposed to have one, but it was almost certainly stolen when he was killed. It's possible that he knew the location of the other as well. So that's why you questioned me about the things he'd inherited. The girl Hajime had been helping recently must have had it then. Michio's talisman. Yes, Michio Shirashi was also likely a descendant of Simon Mikado.
What?
The talisman she carried as a keepsake from her father. We searched for it based on Mrs. Chozawa's memories. However, Michio Shirahashi was already dead. Yes, by coincidence, she happened to be closely connected to Mr. Iwai, so we began our investigation there. But he was already dead too, leaving you in a quandary.
I see. Yeah, if we can get both of the talismans. Yep, we'll know the location of the record of Fate's Yen scroll.
Sometimes the answer is really right under your nose. Sometimes those answers are the hardest to find. Good point.
Yako, let's keep quiet about the location of the talismans for now, okay? Right. No need for Yumiyoko to know. That was a close one.
I must let it slip.
Okay.
I think that's all we have to ask him. We'll let you off for today since you went along with our questions nicely.
A pleasure working with you.
We're done here. What information you have?
The heck are you whining about? I said we're done, so scram.
That's all of our business as well, so I shall be bidding you all farewell.
Yes, right. Excuse me, Mr. Investigator. Please don't forget about that curse stone.
Don't you fret. I'll hand it over to Inspector Tsutsumi like I promised. I'm glad I didn't end up having to give it to that Yumioka. Let's take our leave, madame. With this, we'll be freed from this troublesome curse ourselves. As they run into the sunset, the most odd-looking pair. Seriously, they really are the most odd-looking pair. Like, Yako and me are just high school girls. The two detectives are just like cop-looking people, and then there's those two.
That lady and the investigator. We should keep an eye on them. Agreed.
Really?
Why? I think they're up to something. Just my intuition, but still. Yeah.
I wonder what that investigator really wanted out of all of this. If his goal was getting information about the curse stones, then this might be bad.
Oh, right.
I got one of those curse stones too. The beckoning light.
Oh, right. If you wouldn't mind, would you give it to Inspector Tsutsumi without using it?
Yeah, sure. If you introduce me to the cop, that is. I feel like I keep carrying it around with me, I'll start getting some weird ideas too.
I just remembered. Mayu, I have something important to tell you. Whoa, what's all the yelling all of a sudden?
You know a girl named Hitomi Okuda, don't you?
Really? Hitomi has Hajime's talisman?
Yes, he entrusted it to her in a panic just before his death. He sensed an immediate crisis closing in on him. Hitomi was the only one around that he could ask for help.
That's so.
I'm sorry she got left with such a big responsibility. That must mean that Hajime got killed by someone who was after that talisman. But since he gave it to someone else, they couldn't steal like they wanted. I'll have to thank Hitomi for that. I also think it's gonna be hard for her to give up use of the talisman. Yeah, you may be right. It was Hajime's dying request to her. So you two need the talisman for something?
Yeah.
Personally, I'd like to use the talisman as bait, and I can get my hands on the bastard that killed Hajime.
Please,
I promise we'll uncover the mastermind behind all this. They probably have supernatural abilities at their disposal. Please leave them to us.
Yeah, we'll catch them, don't you worry.
Well, look at that. You've got that look in your eyes. The look that young people get that says they'll get something done no matter what it takes. How am I supposed to say no to that?
You go find them and give them what they deserve for what they did to my Hajime, you hear?
We will. I'm mad at them myself. You can tell by Mio's mad demeanor.
If I just work on him, I'll give him a good one.
Now that I can get behind, I'll leave it to you two. Now then, your next move should be to find Hitomi and get that talisman. Though, isn't there one more talisman that you need?
Right.
We've got a pretty good idea of where the one Michio had is. We'll have to check with Inspector Tsutsumi about that. We should go back to the school and call him. You got it. Okay, I'll head to the high school now and wait for you there.
Perfect.
There we go. And I mean, we'll do both. Let's jump back to the detectives just because I'm curious what's going to happen with that.
Together, Yoshimi's fiancée Mayu, Hiyako, and me report all they've learned so far to Tsutsumi and the others. Putting all their stories together, they can see their final objective at long last. 5 p.m. It's only 1 o'clock a.m. at night while I'm recording this. It's only past midnight this time. It's quite early for me. Mr. Tsutsumi, this is Mayu Chozawa. So you're the one. Does mean the police was looking for you. Glad to hear all right. Sorry, I should have told someone I was okay. I was just so pissed off. Falling right to Hihaku's hands, I got myself some deep crap. Hihaku seems like they're still up to something. I'll have to make sure they clean up their act once for all. Get it? Because they sell soap? Nice one, boss. You're really on top of your game today. Stop trying to make me feel better. Shouldn't have said anything. More importantly, Mayu, thank you for your collaboration with Yoshimi. We'll get to the bottom of it, I promise. You must be Detective Ario. I heard a lot about you from Hajime. I'll be counting on you. Catch whoever did this, no matter what. I'm not sure why, but I feel fired up. Feels like we're close to the moment of truth. I think Mio feels the same. Mayu rushed to Hitomi's place and back for us. You've been trying to appear calm. I'm sure she must still be in shock. Let's talk to him. Oh, Mr. Tsutsumi. I received a message from Paranormal Affairs earlier. It wasn't from Nagagoshi, but I had someone look into something for me. So even the desk jockeys are lending a hand. Brings a tear to your eye. So what they say? Right. About the Onmyoji woman who was in Edo at the time of the Honjo incident. She was a person of great beauty and discerning taste, but also shamelessly did whatever she wanted. It seemed to match the person seen in the resentful memory for the foot washing mention. She must be the one who fought with Simon over the right. So it matches the person's personality. Interesting. And they found that her name was Ashino. Ashino, huh? What else? That's all. That's not much help. But apparently she was quite the powerful Onmyoji, and she died bearing a similarly powerful resentment. It's possible that she became a vengeful spirit with a connection to the 7 mysteries. A vengeful spirit. If any descendants of Ashino or people otherwise closely aligned with her live today, there's a possibility that a spirit awakened and possessed them. Yeah, you mentioned before that spirits can possess people who are closely in sync with them. Though this of course doesn't mean the spirit houses her complete personality. Her resentment and her spirit power, those are the parts of her that would have the strongest influence. Since Simon's descendants are still around in the present, it wouldn't be surprising if Ashino's were here too. They might just be desk jockeys. They wouldn't give us this info if it was only speculation. They must have found some amount of evidence looking into abnormal phenomenon, or things like that. The Feast of Shadows. There it is, our abnormal phenomenon. Mio, what do you mean? The person who initiated the curse this time, we've been calling the mastermind. They might be possessed by the vengeful spirit, the Onmyoji named Ashino. Ashino, yeah, I said that right. The enemy of Simon. Do we have any idea who they could be, or where to find them? Like, if you looked at them, Mio, would you be able to tell right away? It's like I didn't realize that Michio had fused with your consciousness, Yako. Common spirits would leak spirit energy left and right, so I can notice them just by looking carefully. But when spirits of a high caliber fuse with someone's consciousness, detecting them isn't so simple. Oh, I'm sorry. My skills need a lot of work, and I don't have anything else to offer. Yeah, that's not true at all. You're fine. We'll make this work somehow or other. Thanks. Basically, I believe the mastermind behind everything is a woman possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Onmyoji Ashino. See, is the mastermind also the one who killed Hajime, trying to get the record of Feijian scroll? Yes, I think that's very likely. So that's how it is, huh? Then I want you to catch them no matter what. Got you. Oh, Mayu, did you meet with Hitomi? Yeah, I met her at the spot I was told. She was acting tough, but I think the incident with Hajime was really shaking her up. I briefly explained her situation, had her give Hajime's talisman to me. Here, is what you're looking for, right? Yes, I believe that's it. Thank you so much. Mr. Tsutsumi, about this. Right, you should hold on to it, Mio. Not like we could use it as is. Try to figure out what we'll need to do once we get both halves together. Understood. I'll see what I can do. They've all but finished investigating the crime scene. The police have mostly left, but they're letting us use the school as our base of communications, as per Inspector Tsumi's request. I bet he's making joke stuff at a time like this because he doesn't want us to stress out. I wonder if he's able to stay so calm because of experience, or if he's just that kind of person. I heard you had a curse stone too. Yeah, I should give it to you then, right? Those things are really a pain in the arse. I'll gladly hand it over to you before it starts giving me any crazy ideas. So there's the beckoning light, huh? Alright, it's safe and sound with me. Sorry you won't be able to bring him back. Don't worry about it. He and I are always prepared for the worst anyway. What the? What's wrong? Dang. The trick for the beckoning light curse is some serious stuff. Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I said give me weird ideas. See what I mean now? That's why I said as well earlier. Like, it's gotta be it's by far the most powerful curse stone, because it's like, it's the Joker of like playing cards. You don't use it to hurt anyone but the other people who are having curse stones. So you can wipe out the entirety of all the curse bearers without ever hurting a single civilian, and just, you know, clear the board essentially like that. It's really interesting. How's it work? I'll leave you a note so you can read later. We have more important things to worry about now. Right. Mr. Tsutsumi? Does that make it 5 curse stones that you've gathered now? Should be. I want to get the other 4 under wraps as soon as we can. Let's see. I have no idea about the Whispering Canal, so I want to meet off with the one-sided read which Nejima had. Yeah, dang shame. After that, we don't know about the Taiko of Sugaru either, do we? So we can assume that curse bearers are still prowling around out there with those ones. What a headache. Hopefully we can find them soon. Got you. Alright, Ario. Detective June Ario was nice enough to give us something to drink earlier. Seeing the detective take time for little things like that helps put my mind at ease a little. Come to think of it, did old man Ashimiya end up getting away? So word's already got out, huh? He was cornered but managed to take a hostage and escape, is what I heard on the radio. What happened after that? So that's all they're reporting. Here's what really happened. He was killed? And hostage was Tsumi's daughter, whose whereabouts are still unknown? Yep, his daughter showing up was a huge surprise. Even boss couldn't believe it. Dang it, what do you expect? No one could have seen that coming. So there's already an emergency search underway for her as a key witness and suspect. I'll be rejoining the search for her after we're done here. Key witness and suspect? But wasn't she a hostage? Could she have killed Nejima and fled the scene? Well, it's just a possibility. If we're talking possibilities, might as well tell them everything. It's their life that Nejima was killed by a curse stone. What? By a curse bearer? It's already evening, so the effect of the Feast of Shadows would be starting to return. Yeah, which makes it likely that a curse was used to kill him. Boss, you're repeating yourself. Try to calm down for a second. But that would mean Inspector's daughter is probably a curse bearer, right? Did you say something? Maybe I'm losing my hearing in my old age. Boss, you can hear just fine. I'll play the old man card every time you want to get out of something. We even talked about how she might have the Taiko of Sugaru if that's the case. Did we? My memory's a little hazy. You got a soft spot for your daughter, don't you, Inspector? It's a little too close to home now. But either way, you have to find her as soon as possible. Normally you'd be taking off a case like this, since it's close to you. And that's why I'll be joining the search as soon as we're done here. But one more thing. There's a very good chance that his daughter was Michio Shirahashi's. His daughter has Michio Shirahashi's talisman. All the more reason for you to get back to that search. Best of luck. What the heck has she gotten herself into? Are we done here? Oh no, Mayu. Do you know where the other talisman is? Yes, probably. This is Hajimi's last job. Finish it for him, okay? We will. No. Is that everything we need to chat about? If we don't need anything else, we'll be going back to the search. There actually is one thing. Oh, what's that? Just completely hypothetically. Hypothetically, what if the inspector's daughter was the mastermind? I mean, she's a woman. Seems like she was after the talismans.
Sorry, I don't really understand what you mean.
Boss, come on. We gotta look at the facts. But that would mean Inspector Tsutsumi would also have to be one of Ashino's descendants. Oh, right. You're just a normal person, right, Inspector?
Unless that's why you're so resistant to the paranormal. Don't believe I've ever heard anything about being related to some Onmyoji.
No?
But, well, if you put it like that, her being the mastermind, it's possible.
Really?
I say possible, but I mean unlikely, is what I want to think. Dang it. I don't even want to imagine it. Boss, if we're going to consider it, we have to do it properly. No dragging your heels about it. No, it's not that. There's something I never told her. Never wanted to tell her. The truth is, she's not my real daughter.
What?
20 years ago. Well, it's a long story, but we took her in when she was just a baby.
Do you know anything about her birth parents?
You could say I do, I guess, but really I don't know anything.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't get it.
Ariel, you heard what I said, didn't you?
Just now?
About 20 years ago?
No. Oh! Boss, that can't be. Nejima's?
That's right. When we arrested Fumishika Nejima, there's a baby at his house on the brink of death. That was my daughter, Ayami Tsutsumi. She goes by Ayami Tono now.
What?
So when I take care of her, the baby holds no place, no blame for the circumstance she came from.
Boss, according to Nejima, that baby, it's his former lover reincarnated using black magic. What?
Personally, I think that story is bull.
According to Nejima. Thank goodness. Hard to believe from Nejima's behavior, but could it really be true?
I've got a few doubts. We have to question whether the Shino woman ever really existed in the first place. There are no records of her and no body was found. Her name never came up once during the investigation. Even if this woman really existed, I'm skeptical that someone could be reincarnated as a baby through black magic.
I agree. No matter how you look at it, a spell with that effect is hard to believe. Even the supernatural has rules that must be followed. Seems more likely he's deluded himself, not wanting to recognize that spell he risked his life on failed to work.
That's my thinking too.
The more natural conclusion is that the baby is his, and she knows that she died in childbirth. As long as we don't know Shino's origin, we have to consider the possibility that she could be a descendant of Ashino. If nothing else, their names are pretty similar. Okay, assuming all that is true for you, just for a moment, Ayami getting taken away by Nejima, then killing him, that would mean that she killed her own father.
Calm down. It's all still just conjecture. But now that Nejima is dead, we have no means to investigate. So regardless of everything, there's only one thing that matters. She's my daughter. As her parent, I'm responsible for her. Nothing can change that.
I understand.
All right, we should get back to the search. We'll find her and clear up all of this. Turn off that sad music. Back to work.
Yes, sir.
The talisman you young ladies are looking for has something to do with this as well. I'd appreciate it if you could help us find it. If anything happens, please call the police.
We will. I'm worried about Hitomi, so I'm gonna head to where she is now. I'll be waiting to hear some good news from you all.
Man, things are getting crazy. Alright. And Howard and Victor rescued Mayu Chozawa and interrogated her along with Takumi Yumioka. They failed to gain any particularly useful information about the curse bearers. They decided to return to Haru's home when 5 p.m. God, I'm just so dragged in now. I'm just so locked into the story. We've received an update on the hostage situation. The 56-year-old male suspect who announced his intent to commit mass murder in Sumida City today had taken a woman hostage and had gone on the run, but was found by the police in a park in Sumida after 4 p.m. and confirmed dead. The woman the suspect was said to possess was nowhere to be found on the scene, and its whereabouts are currently unknown. Furthermore, the female hostage was not present, and the search for her continues. We're getting so deep. Interesting.
If it's being reported on the news, then that lends credence to the story. Anything else to... Oh, you can't interact with anything this time. That's just a freaking horrifying jump scare. Turn all the way back around to Richter. He was quite shaken just moments ago, but he seems better now. It'd be harder for him to keep his cool. Anyways, that's about her side of the story. I wonder what her intentions are. I should be able to act like nothing happened. Is this how girls are these days? That's the woman who found a hand and solved a murder 20 years ago. Well, it's just like I said, right? The female hostage mentioned on the news just now. That must have been you. Which means you killed Nejima with your own curse stone? Well, you said you'd give me refuge, so I came to take you up on that offer. When are you planning? Me? Well, obviously. I'm on to my last resort. You're a curse bearer. So you're a curse bearer with a curse stone too, right? Are you surprised? Yes, I have a curse stone of my own. It's the Taiko Sugaru. Looks like we were right. And why go after other people's curse stones? Because killing people is bad, you know? Don't you think so too? I mean, if we're being very honest, Haru does not think so. I wonder. Oh? Are you the type of lady who's willing to sacrifice anything for the sake of your goals? That's... Man, it sure ain't good. People will question where your parents went wrong, you know. Well, people can be harsh. Either way, that's why I wanted to only use soul drugs gathered by others. But that didn't work out in the end. No one had the backbone to use their curse. The world's gone soft. No one mercilessly using their curse in pursuit of their own goals. I had to take matters in my own hands. And now people might be wondering where your parents went wrong. Well, I suppose, huh? But it had to be done. If you say so. I heard Namagaki, the young man you were with, uses curse stone too. How do you know that? Creepy much? Are you stalking me? I may have heard from a detective I know. There it is, cops. Bet you know a bunch. I know your type. People who boast just because they know a couple of cops. But the police is filled with nothing but scum. My, seem to hold quite a grudge against the force. Speaking of, this guy's really creeping me out. What's the deal with him anyway? You gonna explain? Even the way he moves is all weird and exaggerated. Right. I haven't introduced him. That's gotta be like them talking about how Richter randomly just straight up hits anime poses. I haven't introduced myself yet. No thank you. So what were we talking about again? Oh, right. Yutaro Namagaki. He's no good, honestly. He's such a wuss. I'd spur him on so many times for him to even use his curse. Even then he was pissing his pants. And just when I take my eyes off him, he hands over his curse stone to someone. Just someone. Honestly, it's a disappointment. So that's what happened. Which is why I figured I had to do it myself. If I wanted it done right, you know. That's what my last resort is. Collecting soul dregs on my own. Let me introduce myself. It's hard to talk to strangers. It is? And are you okay with telling me who you are? Well, I won't stop you. Do as you please. Really quickly, look for something very important here. We use the mouse. Isn't it 7 mysteries? No, because we don't know the requirements of what this curse is. Well, I am Haru Shigima, and this is my house. My father and husband are both with the police. Is that so? Then you know the cops are just the worst people, right? Well, there are certainly many who are cold, especially with their own family. In a police family, one is always expected to just grin and bear it, no matter what happens. God, I know, right? What a relief. You understand. I think we might get along. Oh, well, I'm glad then. And I'm Richter Kai, private investigator. Did I ask? But, you are an investigator? Your job is to sneak around and follow people to pry into their secrets, right? Is that why you keep probing with all those questions? Ew. Guess there's not much I can do to change that terrible impression you got on me. Hey, lady, why are you working with this dude? I asked him to look into something for me. Really? It's just that he keeps looking this way. Oh, wait. Isn't your father a police officer as well? Probably why she hates them. That man is not my father, not my name or deed. Sounds like there's some bad blood there. I've already legally cut all ties, and had the nerve to act all high and mighty today, and still refused to help me.
You met him today?
Yeah, today. Remember that Chief Tsutsumi who was chasing Nejima? Well, that's him, my dad.
What? You're his daughter?
Former daughter. I've cut ties. He's never acting like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title.
You know, I heard something about that Nejima guy. Apparently he wanted to get revenge on Chief Inspector Tsutsumi for his arrest by going after his daughter.
Wait, really?
And I heard the police had been searching non-stop to take you into protective custody. So that explains how the police were stalking out your place too.
Man, how could I have known that? Gave him such intimidating numbers. Wait, hold on a minute. Doesn't that mean that Nejima was specifically after my life today?
It sounds about right. It's a good thing you got out unscathed, or rather managed to turn the tables on him.
That means legally speaking it was self-defense.
Honestly, yeah.
But that truly was frightening. I think I'd have to go through this just for being related to a cop. It's a disgrace. It truly is. They caused their own child such trouble. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're not the one that needs to apologize, lady. I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what happened to my son. Your son? What happened? My child was also kidnapped and murdered in order to enact revenge against the police, you see. How awful. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Now that you say it, I remember hearing about an incident like that last year. That must have been your son, huh? My condolences.
You use a curse stone.
Now that I think about it, although we've met a few times, I don't even know your name. Guess we're more like acquaintances now. So when you were taken hostage by Nejima, you used the curse stone in the gardens and swiftly made your getaway? Well, yeah. I didn't really have time to think on it. At the time, I only thought of how to get out of there. Then, what about now? Could you use it again? Your curse stone? Well, the curse stone doesn't respond during the day, but it's evening now. So I tried using the curse stone just now, and yep, it seems to activate it.
What? You're using it now?
It might still be a little weak. I guess it's not supposed to be used repeatedly. But I think I could get to work once more. Oh, that's so. Sure is. So I give you a final warning. It's already started, so be careful. It started. What started? The curse, of course. Oh, that's for the conditions to be fulfilled.
I feel like I feel like, oh no, don't do that. I have a general idea. I think her curse, they're, and you'll never be able to tell from the story. It's a fire happened, and yeah. No. This is just about a wooden tower. Yeah, I'm getting it. This is a fire alarm and a fire watchtower. Her curse gotta be something where if any harm comes to her, that it activates and it kills you. It's just like a self-defense curse. I'm 90% sure that it's like a self-defense curse.
She activated her curse. The curse stone's gonna be used already. And I'm gonna guard down. I didn't think it could be used this early in the evening.
Ma'am, please calm down.
What should I do?
We keep her talking. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm 90% sure that it's a self-defense curse. I don't think she actually can hurt anyone with it. I like this one. Do you have a light on you?
No, instead of talking about that, how about we talk about why you're so shaken? As I thought, you have a curse stone too. You're a curse bearer, aren't you, lady? Ah, there we go.
Oh. Is it lying? Ma'am,
Did she feel the conditions? She sure did. Time for a beatdown. Jeez, why'd you have to hide it now of all times? I wouldn't have come if you weren't a curse bearer.
Oh. Never mind, completely wrong.
Too bad she's already dead.
This is horrific.
I'll be taking her curse stone. What? All the haunting clappers needed was a source of fire? That was a close one. Now then, what will you do, Mr. Investigator? You're not a curse bearer, so I don't have any reason to kill you. But I won't show you mercy if you're gonna try and capture me. So what'll it be? I still don't know how a curse works. It's too risky to make a move. Your employer's already dead anyway, so there's no reason for you to go out of your way to arrest me, right? I can still do my duty as a citizen report, you know. Oh, what a surprise. This is when you decide to suddenly choose the side of righteousness. Choose after the same thing, you know. There's no clean hands when it comes to soul drinks. Well, it looks like you don't have anything to say about that. I'm taking my leave then. Bye-bye. Dang, is that a game over or an ending? That's an ending. Upon killing Harushigima, fellow curse bearer, Ayamitono obtained more than enough soul checks for the right of resurrection. However, it still turned out to resurrect someone who died a long time ago required even larger amounts. The Villar's deepest desire, she needs to harvest more. So, she waited for the sun to set for when the Feast of Shadows effects were at its peak. And she used the one-sided reed curse stone she had stolen from Fumichika Nejima. Whether she proceeded to kill all those with personal information she knew, starting with those who mattered least to her. About the one-sided reed, goes by dismemberment who faces the dress. Wait, hold on. Check one-sided reed curse. Oh, so she took that from Nejima. Whether she proceeded to kill all those about the one-sided reed. Kills by dismemberment. Dismemberment, one whose face, address, name, occupation, and location are all known by the curse bearer. Making them a random man gullible. So you just have to know everything about it. So his curse wasn't that strong, actually. So Nejima's, that's really interesting to know, right? Man, Nejima was that good of a liar. He was like, oh, I can kill hundreds of people at once. There's not a lot of people I'd say on the internet who has their address, name, occupation, and location. I wouldn't say there's a lot of people like that. Man, he was just lying. One of the victims among them was Tetsuo Tsutsumi, her own father. The being curse bearer himself was promptly targeted for his soul drinks. Tsutsumi's death threw the investigation efforts to disarray, allowing Ayami to evade capture. Afterwards, she acquired various addresses, registers, and phone books, and systematically killed the people listed in them. Unsuspecting victims could be safe at home, only to suddenly have their limbs severed. The strange death shook society to its core. And there is another ending. Oh man. After the killings, a modern-day genius female ukiyo-e artist burst onto the art scene. She introduced herself as the mysterious Mad Paintress, and her fame grew quickly as she presented incredible work one after another. Praise is the modern reincarnation of Ketsuchi. I can't remember this guy's name. Ketsucho Hokusai truly made her own history. So she did resurrect someone, ending for Ayami's aspiration. Another ending. I doubt I'm gonna get all endings. There's like 6 or 8, and they're just small choices like that. We did hit a bad ending though. I'm happy to hit a bad ending. Yes, I am. I'm sure you've already noticed. Oh yeah, around last night it was a little too obvious. Judging by your address, I'm guessing you got the haunting clappers? Yes, that's right. There's a lot of soul drugs on that table for killing curse bearer, you know. I'm well aware. Did you get all the soul drugs when you killed Nejima? Of course, his curse stone already contains some soul drugs as well. I think killing one more curse bearer will be enough for the rite. You can combine soul drugs across several stones. Correct? All it needs is the prerequisite amount. As long as you've got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you got them from. I see. Then, you won't mind if I took them, right? My lady. You're quite motivated, aren't you? Ma'am. Her father, Tobacco. Tobacco. This is interesting. This is, you know, we can try to get actually out of this. Do you smoke? Well, a little. Feel free to smoke if you want to, please. I'm okay. I don't see any ashtrays out on display either. Does no one smoke in this family? A little rare, isn't it? Nobody in the family does. That work? No. Did you try to use your curse just now? It seems I didn't meet your curse's conditions. I wouldn't be smart to secretly toss the lighter I was carrying earlier. When did... You made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. If the source of fire is the condition for your stone, you won't see me falling for it now. You waste your chance with all this chatter. All you need to do is activate your curse first. I brought everything that Nejima had on him, including the lighter he was holding. But it's over now. Yes, I can see it. I'm curious really quickly, hold on. I doubt it. Oh my god, yeah. Never mind. If you just press it immediately, she just dies. Please, think this through. Holy. I was just curious because I was like, there's no way she just dies if you press it just immediately. Man, why? It was the only way. Richter. Could we settle the outstanding tabs now? He still poses even when the flesh is burning behind him. Yeah, sure. This is gonna be another bad ending. Yes, some days later, this might be another ending. Amamori, you got a moment? Of course. Where's it, Mr. Richter? I don't know who Amamori is. I was just curious. Have you heard of the legend of the mother who prayed to the Sumida River and resurrected her dead child? What are you on about? The mother searched so desperately for her abducted child as she lost her mind. Her son was found dead in Sumida River, so say then she built a mound and continued to pray there until her son somehow emerged from the mound, back from the dead, or so the legend goes. I heard of it's being adapted into a no play now, too. Interesting. And? Well, it just had me thinking that legends really do exist. Sorry to ask again, but what are you on about? Amamori, was that her son's name? We can get a little more lore after the thing. Oh, there's more gameplay? Never mind, it is what it is. Welcome to my office. It might be small and dirty, but welcome. Come on, Ernestine, say hello. That's it, good girl. Oh, that boy over there? That must be... Hey kid, I'm a private investigator. I worked with your mother not too long ago. What's that? You want to be an investigator when you grow up too? That's great. So much better than becoming a police officer. Hey, Amamori. Don't tell the kid to give up on his dreams. I think it's a great idea. Why don't you bring us all some tea instead? Pardon me. Let's start over. What brings you to my humble office today? Ending 3. Haru's Legacy. Your father, Chief Inspector. I met him not too long ago. Oh, really? He came off a little stiff and awkward. There's a surprise. There was something charming about his seriousness, and he seemed like he cared a lot for his daughter. Please cut it out. It's gross. You don't know a thing about us. Outsiders shouldn't butt into another's family affairs. No, he may as well be a stranger to me now. Even if you cut legal ties, you're still related by blood. We're not related at all. Huh? He probably thought that I never noticed it, but it wasn't hard for me to figure out that I was related to my blood. So you were adopted. Well, I got curious, so I looked into it. It was all pretty straightforward. I was a baby when they took me in. All they did was raise me. My mother first got pregnant shortly after she got married. But it was a stillbirth. The whole affair left a deep wound on her heart. My father couldn't bear to see it. So it was for her sake that he did it. I was a substitute, a replacement for the child she lost. He decided it all by himself. He didn't discuss it. Maybe he was trying to be thoughtful, so any baby would have been fine, as long as he could have comforted the woman who'd hoped to become a mother. putting it in such a way. It's not easy to raise a child. My mother was bewildered when Yume had been told to raise a baby that wasn't your own. But she couldn't have just abandoned the baby either. And my father just left everything to my mother and never lent a hand. He's so dang selfish. The two of them grew apart. I watched them try to figure out how to understand each other, and the sight of it disgusted me. It was a messed up family, I tell you. Well, I guess my presence was to blame for the rift to begin with. You shouldn't say that. I know he was bad at expressing himself and has his work, but still that shouldn't be an excuse. But knowing all that, I couldn't take it anymore. It just made me want to hurry up and leave home and live on my own. I still rely on him for tuition and allowance. That much is normal for most kids, right? Not really. To cut him out your life and say like, oh, I hate him as my father, I don't even want that man in my life, change your last name and all that. But then yeah, but I still need him to make sure I can, live. You never moved out of home at that point. I don't want him to start acting like he's my father just because he's doing the bare minimum. It's a lot. That's a lot. I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like it was tough for all of you. I'm sorry. You're right. It's not my place to talk about your family. Well, I may have said too much. I think I spilled all that when I don't even know what the conditions are. Could be that we were talking about something to do with the activation conditions for the haunted clappers. Who knows, How did you kill Fumishika Nejima? I'm not telling you. I only ask because it does concern me. He was one of the reasons my child was kidnapped. There's not much to say. We talked and he cleared the conditions for my stone. Did he show any signs of remorse over his past crimes? It didn't feel like he did, no. I see. The world is full of trash men, I tell you. I agree. Looks at Richter. In a way, I guess you could say you put a stop to Nejima's mass murder schemes. About that, there's no guarantee that I won't do it myself. I picked up his curse stone with the one-sided reed. It really is something else. Unfortunately, I can't use a curse stone that's not mine until late at night. Really? Are you okay with telling me that? How silly of me, I let that slip. What is your wish, Ayami? Is it really to resurrect Katsushika Hokusai? Yes, there's no life that holds more value than his. Including my own. You're saying he'd be willing to die if it meant bringing Hokusai back to life. Not all life is equal. At least, not to me. A life that can birth art with the power to move hearts is infinitely more worthy. Compared to that, the life of someone like me, someone that can't produce a thing, has no value. That's unhinged. I'm still young. It's the age for wild thoughts. But aren't you the same as me? What? You've got a life more important than your own. A life you consider more important than the lives of many others. That's what you're doing it all for, isn't it? You're right. If I can save my son, I couldn't care less about my life or the lives of others. Who's unhinged now? I'm a mother. It is what it is. Dang, the feelings of a proper parent or something else. But if that's your wish, then what do you plan on doing if you don't get your wish? Oh, I haven't thought of it. I might just keep on trying to bring Hokusai back to life some other way. You really are obsessed. Hihaku's chairwoman might be cut out from the same cloth. Who's that? She's like an all-powerful vortex of obsession, turned to yokai-level proportions. You're saying I'll end up like her? Are you looking forward to such a future? I'd rather not have to wait till I'm old and creaking. I want it to happen now. I put my life on the line for Hokusai. Listen, Ayame. I have something to ask you. No, the answer's no. The curse stone in your possession, I'm not giving it up. You're right. We're both made of stronger stuff than that. You're not giving it up. And neither am I. You know full well, right?
Interesting. Oh, I guess she already threw it away. Because if we burn her, it's just the ending. Alrighty. With your cards on the table, you're out of options. It might be possible for Mr. Investigator there to pin me down by force. But he's not going to do that, is he? Correct. I won't take that risk. Not while your curse conditions are still unknown. Coward. I came to kill you and acquire your soul dregs, but after hearing you out, I got a question for you. Why don't you just give up on the right of resurrection? You said it was your son, right? The one you want to bring back? But haven't you done enough? I'm sure your son is content knowing you cared for him this much. I'm truly willing to die to resurrect Hokusai, but you can't say the same, right? If you're going to bring your son back, you have to be alive as well, right? In fact, what you really want is for both of you to live, right? Yes. Well, even if you both live to see it, your son will grow up knowing you for who you are. So when you stole the lives of others to bring him back, you'd be putting the burden of shouldering all the lives sacrificed for him on his little shoulders. Are you really okay with that? If you didn't even think about it, then what you're doing is not for your son. It's for yourself. But you're just bringing him back to fulfill your own desires. And that's not... Ma'am, what she's saying may be harsh, but it holds a kernel of truth. Don't reduce yourself to nothing but a mother who would sacrifice anything for her son. But that's not... We discovered the truth behind his kidnapping. Next, you should take some time to come understanding your own feelings. I'll be every step of the way, getting in the heart of things what an investigator does. What will you do? Ma'am, if you relinquish the curse stone to a curse bearer, you will no longer be a curse bearer. You won't be a target anymore. Ayami has given you a chance. Think hard and give your answer. You know, I'm trying to go for all innings if I can, though. So no. Sorry, but that won't make me back down. Yeah, that lighter. When did you... My clothes are on fire. Oh. What is this just... Is it going to the same ending, though? I think this is going to go to the exact same ending. So the only option you can say is give the curse, though. Because if not, you just get the ending where she straight up kills her and gets her son back. Very well. Here. Thanks. Glad you see the reason. Ma'am, you made the right choice. Dang, you really didn't collect any soul dregs, huh? I promised myself that if I ever used it, it would only be once. But in the end, it didn't come down to numbers. So they only need to be carrying a flame. And this seems pretty practical. Well, I'll be taking my leave then. There's no point in going after you for soul dregs, so I'm up to the next curse bearer. Do you know who remains? You speak as if you've already figured it out. I've got a pretty good idea from our talk. What will you do? Do you plan to stop me? It's not my place to intervene. All right, then. Hey, lady, can I borrow your phone? I don't mind. But who are you calling? The cops. I think it'd be faster if I called them directly. All right, and looks just like that. Haru is officially out of the race. "6 p.m. Tetsuo Tsutsumi." Hey. How long has it been since we last saw each other? 3 years? How you been? I think the last time was when you came to see me after deciding to go to university. That wasn't because I wanted to see you. I just needed money to pay my tuition. I'm not one to mince words, eh? You came alone, right? Yeah, it's just me. You make it sound like I'm handing over money, ransom money for hostages. I just don't want to get caught, okay? Oh my god, I'm sorry if I hurt your ears that loud. I just love they're all sitting behind a corner. Never thought I'd see the day that you'd call the police.
And there's something I need to see you about.
Well, alright then. You've got a lot to talk about. Let's go through things one by one. Can you see them? No, they're that hidden. The sun is starting to dip down to the horizon. This long, long day is about to end. You don't have to worry about Nejima's threat anymore. But I sure didn't expect this to happen. I'm looking for those mockingbird things as well still. I haven't found one in a while. I got the itch now. What was that? Did something just move over there? What the heck are those idiots doing? Told them not to come. Dang it. Crap. I don't know. I don't want to know what will happen if they get found out. Whatever I do, I gotta keep her from looking over there. So he doesn't even know, so they just follow. We're good friends. She sure has changed over the past 3 years. Got more of a grown-up air about her. Hard to believe she's that same little girl who would get omelet all over her face when we took her out to eat. Wait a minute. Is that how far back I got to go for a happy member together? No wonder she hates me. We got quite a lot of stuff to go through here. So let's just get to it. You have a curse stone, don't you?
I do.
You wouldn't happen to feel like handing it over, would you? The police will handle any damages the curse has caused. Now, before you do any more wrong with it,
I'm not giving it up.
Of course not. Me being a curse bearer, you're after my life.
That's exactly what I'm here for. I didn't come to chat. We can talk all you want, but as soon as the condition for my curse is met, I'll use it. No hesitation.
Brutal daughter you got. She called the police asking for me by my name, and demanded that I come meet her alone. So I wanted a team set up to burn her by let them stand down. Sure, she might make a run for us, but I don't want her panicking if she has a curse stone. So I was not trying to take her in by force. Or do you have more than one? How many curse stones do you have?
3. Not that it matters.
3, huh? Like father likes daughter.
I'm not handing them over.
Can I ask you one thing? You know anything about the talisman Michio Shirahashi had?
Michio Shirahashi?
In the car crash you were in with that Namagaki guy.
Oh, with Yutaro? Yeah, I was there.
Yutaro? That sounds like... So, you and him were... I mean...
Not really. He was kind of a boring guy.
You're serious?
But he said... You're getting off track, Mr. Tsumi. The talisman, get back to the talisman.
We should never relied on him for this. Well, if you don't plan on seeing him again, it doesn't matter. But with the hidden run case on top of everything, you're really in deep.
Is that really what you want to talk about?
Yeah. I mean, no. Tell me about the talisman. You took it from the scene.
You mean this?
That's it.
Picked it up at the scene of the crash. I didn't want to leave fingerprints behind.
That's all? There's really no other reason.
What's the big deal? Is it really that special, this old thing?
Yeah, it's real important. Would you mind giving it to me?
Important? For what?
Putting a stop to the curse of the 7 mysteries. Why would you tell her that?
Oh, so that means if I give you the talisman, I won't be able to use the right? There's no way. I'm definitely getting it.
No, screwed that one up.
Tsutsumi, you really can't do any better than that. Come on, the talisman.
Will you give me the talisman?
No way, I can't lose the right.
Why are you willing to go so far for the right of resurrection? What do you want with it?
Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. You just call me stupid and dismiss the idea completely.
Come on, I wouldn't do that. Maybe together we can think of a way for you to get what you want without resurrection.
I want to bring Katsuhika Hokusai back to life.
Hokusai? Hokusai. The ukiyo-e artist. That Hokusai. You want to bring him back to life.
That'd be quite the feat, huh?
I heard you liked his art, but why would you do something so stupid?
See?
The
The only time I ever felt there was a place I belonged to was when I was immersed in the dreamlike world of ukiyo-e. Though I'm sure you never noticed.
Really? I had no idea.
It saved me. Because that's the reason I'm still alive today.
I didn't know you felt so hopeless.
You would only realize it now. But it's too late. Feeling sorry won't do either of us any good. From the moment I heard about the rite of resurrection, I knew that was my destiny. If this is all I ever accomplish, I'll die happy.
You're really serious about this? I'm sorry I couldn't save you from Nejima. Are you hurt?
And there it is. That's so like you. What? You're only mentioning that now? The first thing you asked me? Well, that was just... You're not worried about me. All you care about is yourself.
Yeah, you're right. I've been selfish, I know.
Oh, come on, Mr. Tsumi, you could do better than that. You screwed up there, didn't you? I'm fine. I managed to get away, somehow or other.
Right. I'm glad. Then I'll put this bluntly. Did you kill Nejima?
And if I did, would you hide me from the police?
Well, I don't know if I...
That's what I thought.
Your job is the only thing you really care about.
Yes, I did it. I don't think he even knew I was a curse bearer. He brought me to those guards, and I realized while he was talking to me that he felt the conditions of my curse, so I just gave it a shot. I didn't think it would actually activate. So, there's no going back now.
It's not true. You can still make things right before you make them worse.
Then let me say it another way. This is my chance, and I won't throw it away.
Your chance? Did Nejima say anything to you?
He said a lot of bad things about you, that's for sure.
Yeah, not surprised there.
So I said a lot of things about you back. I didn't want to be outdone.
Harsh.
In that sense, I felt just a little like he was my kindred spirit.
No. Kindred spirit? What are you talking about? He's a dangerous criminal.
But I'm a murderer now too, aren't I? Maybe we're not so different.
No, you're different.
Am I?
Well, maybe not that different.
But at least you're honest.
I know I haven't been the best father, but I wonder, of all the fathers in the world, are there any who wouldn't cover for their child if they committed a crime?
How should I know? The detective here has seen plenty of cases like that.
Yeah, plenty of parents take the fall for their children or give them a place to hide. As a person, it's wrong, but maybe, as a parent, it's the right thing to do.
I don't know. But I think having a father like that would make it easier to go to him for advice if I did do something wrong. Like, there's a sense of security in knowing that no matter what happened, you'd have at least one person on your side.
I see. So that's what it would take, to be on your side. I can't do that.
And that's okay. I wasn't really expecting you to.
So Nejima really didn't tell you anything?
Not really, no.
How is she? Yasuko, I mean.
No, I haven't kept in touch with her. I've been on my own this whole time. I'm sure you reached out to her though, haven't you?
I did call her this morning, actually, just to make sure she was safe. She's been running around all over the place looking for you.
Sounds like she's fine to me.
Did you contact her after I called the police to tell her you'd heard from me? Did not. Well, I've heard you're into nightlife and staying out late these days. Didn't want her to worry more than she already was.
You're one to talk. I think I've let you talk enough. Mind letting me have a turn?
By all means.
You're hiding something. You're hiding something from me, aren't you?
I feel like if we die here, it's just gonna be the bad ending again. Of like, she gets the revival again, so we're just gonna say I am. Well, sure. Can't live as long as I have without having a secret or two. course you try to dodge the question. Now then, let me tell you how my curse stone, the Taiko Sugaru, works. What? My curse bludgeons to death anyone I find out is hiding something from me. So if you try to cover up something that I know is true, I'll be able to use my curse on you. With that in mind, can I ask you one more thing? Oh, I get it. Why you want to see me. Then let me tell you one thing first. The Evergreen Beach has a similar condition. I can use my curse on anyone who tells me a lie. What? How's that fair? You'd use that curse on me? As an officer of the law, it's inexcusable, but as a parent with a duty to his child, I have no other choice. Are you threatening me? Do you really think that's enough to convince me to do as you say? I don't want to use it either, but for your sake, I suggest you try not to lie. Go ahead then. If I lie, then so be it. Okay then, I'm gonna ask. If you try to hide it now, you really will die. Am I your real daughter? I'm just a baby you picked up to replace your stillborn, aren't I? And you could never bring yourself to tell me who my real parents were. You just kept hiding it. Still too much of a coward to tell me, huh? You don't like the truth, so you won't admit it. That my real parent is the man I was just with. Yami! Is that all you have to say? Then I can only have one answer for you. You are, honestly and truly, our daughter. Nothing more, nothing less. Even now, you're still trying to hide it? Why? Are you really that stupid? Oh my god, you're just getting beat up. Boss, why is your pride worth dying for? God dang, it's 110 hits. Is he alive, boss? I should have known. Why? Why go this far to hide it? Oh, you got me. Listen. Now. My god, he's so freaking awesome. You got me. Be proud. No matter what happens, you are our precious daughter. No way. How are you still alive? I don't know what that piece of crap Nejima filled your head with, but you're not Shino, and you're not Ashino either. You're our daughter, Ayame Tsutsumi. Right, I guess it's Tono now. Well, that's fine too. Tsutsumi, Tono, both will always be a part of who you are. Why are you doing this? That's not true. The curse proved that it's not. Sure, you probably don't have many memories of us playing together. I did leave everything at home to your mom, and I was barely ever there for you. Even so, when I was working, no matter how grisly a crime scene I was at, all I ever wanted was for you to grow up to be happy. And that's it. Why say all of this now? To do one last thing for me. I want you to tell me the truth too. And if you lie to me now, I'm taking you with me. Stop, I can't. The mastermind behind all of this, the one who awakened the curse of the seven mysteries in order to use it right, wasn't you, was it? Vault safe. No, I wouldn't even know how to do that. I'm picking up Michio Shirahashi's talisman. Wasn't just coincidence, right? Yeah, I already told you that. Oh, good. Hearing that, I can rest easy. You're nothing like Nejima. You can stay on your own two legs. You can keep living without escaping to a fantasy. You can hate me. You can dream all the crazy dreams you want. Just don't ever stop trying to do good. You're a victim of your own curse too. Not too late to atone for the hit and run for using the curse. Don't run away. You can still make things right. I know you can, because you're my daughter. And after that, just live the best life that you can. Dad? Boss! Move out the way. He was more of a father to me. Oh my god. Why does he have a dead bed face? Everyone's crying. Ariel, my poor Ariel is broken. That day at 6:18 p.m., Ayame Tono was taken into custody. Tetsuo Tsutsumi's death was confirmed at the same time. The 5 cursed stones possessed by Tsutsumi, as well as the 3 given up by Ayame, lost their curse bearers. Theirs temporarily extinguished their spirit power, allowing Mio Kurosuzu to obtain them and seal away without difficulty. The yin talisman possessed by Yamitono was recovered, and entrusted to Mio Kurosuzu as well. Thus, any massacre that could potentially be caused by this iteration of the curses was prevented before it could ever happen. Or so it seemed. Here's the final thing. I guess we can read this because we read everything. Alright. There we go. It's already here. The deep sound. Oh, there. The one that beats people to death. The deep sound of drums once more reverberates through the night air. How long has it been since we started hearing them each day? Could it be coming from Daimo's residence? I heard they have a drum in the fire watchtower instead of wooden clackers, but I don't see a fire. So are they sounding the drum? Then one morning a body was found. Is that old man Kanzo, the ukiyo-e paints here? He lived nearby but had been down and out for years. So his best efforts to sell his works. Every now and then his granddaughter would visit and he would teach her to paint. It was the old man's only pleasure. One day his granddaughter told him about her dreams, curses, souls, resurrection. Hearing her tale, the old man was gripped by a sudden zeal and began to paint with a great fervor. His work became famous, and judging all those who viewed the strange imagery, even the daimyo had taken notice. What could possibly have happened? They whispered among each other. It looks almost he was been beaten like a drum. And that's his lord. Interesting. Ariel. This picks up, I suppose, right after Tsutsumi died. Oh, man. Shame we lost Tsutsumi. What a good father. What a good man. Sorry for keeping you out so late, Mia. Can't take my mind off the curse bearer was never found. No, it's no problem for me. I usually work at night anyway. Did you see Hihaku home safely? Yep, we set her over in the patrol car earlier. Apparently she put up quite a fuss, saying she wants to see things through to the end. Thank you. Because the shadows starting to take effect, so it would have been dangerous. Back at the park. Yep. "8 p.m. with no one around. This place is as silent as the grave. No one wants to go out at night in these parts after everything that's happened over the past 2 days. If I saw anyone at night just walking around the park, I feel pretty weird. No, that's not true. I've seen that before. It's more normal than you think. Oh. What's wrong? Next is Detective Area. What? What did that mean? Next is Detective Area? Is that a threat? We found the curse bearer of the Whispering Canal. It was always time to put a stop to these curses. I can't get my mind off the remaining curse stone, the Whispering Canal, who the mastermind is. We have to deal with that thing before I can worry about any of that. How's it going with the 2 talismans? Have you figured out the location of the Record of Fate's yin scroll? I have, more or less. When I combined the contents of the 2 talismans, they formed a seal which could be undone. The things inside the talismans that looked like scraps of wood were actually a tiny scroll kept folded by the seal. Would have thought talismans actually contain the scroll itself. The talismans actually. That's the yin scroll then. What's it say? Well, there's one more seal we have to undo the scroll to open the scroll. It's giving me some trouble, so I was actually hoping you could help me out. Okay, unlock the seal. Got it, sure thing. I don't know what I'll be able to do, but let me at it. I didn't expect you to be so eager to help. It's oddly reassuring. Okay, let's see. There are 5 seals holding the scroll shut. I think we have to remove them in the correct order. Each seal has a different design. A carp, a light, a beech leaf, a taiko drum, and a reed. Remove the 5 seals in the right order. Just remember CLBTR. CLBTR. If you get it wrong, is it gonna, go boom? No, let's try again. I tested it once already. Oh, you already tried it yourself? So brave. Seriously, you could have died. I think it's advised so the seal can only be undone if the curses for the rite have already been unleashed. I think there's a hint to opening it hidden in something related to the curses. Just let me know when you're ready. CLBTR. Allow me to consult with you, Mio. It won't explode or anything, so we might as well give it a try. See... Wait. Is it just straight down? Is that... Wait, was that the order you gave to me in? Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. I read correct order, and then she was like, oh yeah, designs. She was just naming the designs. That actually makes a ton of sense. That's it, right? That's it, yeah. That makes a ton of sense. It was just obviously I wasn't sure what I was doing, but it was just literally reading through the stuff and then having to discern the order of deaths that everything took place. And I got half of it right. I'm just gonna be honest with you, I had to look up. Because the game was breaking it down for you in the sense of like we knew, where is it? The Beckoning Light. Yeah, this one kills by curse bearers who has become curse bearer. Like we knew this was one of the last people that died. Because they made this curse to kill the other curse users and stuff like that. So I kind of had in my head that like, oh, they want me to figure out the order of deaths or the order that the curse has been manifested. I was looking at these paintings so hard, thinking like, okay, what era did this happen? What time would this one have been? I was just looking at these different things trying to figure that out. But you're just supposed to look through the stories, and it kind of gives like, this person died this before this person. So you're just supposed to go through it, finding who died before who, and figure it out that way. So yeah, that is a pretty cool puzzle actually. I just only got half of it right. Oh, you got it right. It's open. At long last, after 14 attempts, you finally figured it out. There are only 120 possible cases. I was trying to get it eventually. Now I can finally read what's written inside. Let's see. Then I am not gonna lie to you, that is incredibly realistic. That was my first thoughts on my first 10 attempts. It's like, if I just keep going through this, eventually I'm gonna get it right. There we go. I've created this scroll in the future generations to be used in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident. Those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing, expel all rituals and curses in full. My soul, that is, my curse echo, my body, that is, the living continuation of my bloodline, my spirit, that is, my own consciousness. I see. What does it say? There is a detailed account of the tragedy surrounding the Rite of Resurrection that occurred in Honjo back in the Edo period. The whole story of what we call the Honjo incident is laid out clearly. And that incident was the origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses, right? Yes. There is another victims of the incident turned into curses, which are the curse echoes. The contents are organized like an answer sheet that doesn't just give us the information we need. Is there anything else? Yes. Here's what we've been looking for. I bequeath the scroll. I just read this. It says, foresaw this happening, and it continues. Oh, and those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items in one place, get a rite of cleansing, so all curses. Okay, yeah. Soul, curse echo, body, living continuation, mind, consciousness. Oh, so we got these 3 things in one place. Simon's rite of cleansing will activate and completely negate the curses and the rite of resurrection. That's it. Exactly what we need. These 3 things are Simon's soul, body, and mind. Is the soul of Simon's curse echo? His curse echo. But Simon himself is part of the 7 mysteries. Now that you mention it, Mr. Arashi said something along those lines before. There's another hint written here. My curse echo holds my curse. My curse brings ruin to curse bearers. That's the one that kills other ones. What kind of hint is that? Maybe it'll make more sense as we keep looking. But the curse echo will still appear if the curse bearer is already gone. Next to body is a descendant of Simon, it seems. Wasn't Yoshimi a relative of Simon? He and Micho Shirahashi were at the other talisman. That was Ariel. Both of them had already passed by the time this iteration of the curses was unleashed. Dang, that's true. What are we gonna do? This bloodline was so split up. There have to be others. Oh, there's another note here too. Where? Is it another hint? As for the body, seek not only who bears my blood, but one with strong spirit sense. Such individual will be able, if the spirit attempts to possess them to instead take control of that spirit themselves. So it says. Do we know anyone like that? You, Mio. I can't think of anyone. Let's move on for now. Next is the mind. What's the difference between the mind and the soul? In paranormal theory, it's said that humans are made up of soul, body, and mind. The mind is essentially thought to be part of the spirit that makes up one's consciousness or oneself. It's like driving. The body is in the car, the soul is the control system, and the mind is the driver. I see. I think that makes sense. So is there a hint for finding this one too? Well, let's see. There's this, should the rite of resurrection be activated elsewhere, so too shall my mind be awakened there. Simon tried to seal away the rite of resurrection. Before he could, Ashino stole the record of fates. There's a countermeasure to the rite being activated. He made it so that his mind would be released from the seal. Okay, but what does that actually mean? What it means is, Simon's mind awoke the night the rite was activated. It must be possessing someone out there right now. What? We have to get that person together with everyone else. Alright, so we have to find the curse echo, the descendant, and the person possessed by Simon. Then we just get them together in one place and we'll be good to go. Right, but there is one thing. The second and third ones could be both the same person. Who could that be? It's like Michio lost her memories when she was possessing Yako. Simon's consciousness might not be aware of who it really is right now. So if he learned the truth, would he start to act of his own accord? Oh, then that person could already be... Oh, hold on a second, someone's coming this way. Huh? Excuse me, can I interrupt you just for a moment? Oh, my god, I haven't seen you since episode 1, which was a while ago. Who might you be? I don't even know what voice you had. Would you buy this empty can of juice I just finished drinking for 10,000 yen? No. What is this, an OnlyFans? Huh? I'll even throw in these bones from some fried chicken. You can't beat a deal like this. I don't really want them. Don't say that. Come on, they're delicious. Actually, I thought I might just have a picnic right here. Would you join me? Sorry, I don't understand. What should we do? Well, it's not like we need this exact spot. We can't do anything with other people around, so let's just move elsewhere. Sorry, we're in the middle of something, so we'll just be on our way. You just tried to make us... Oh, frick. What a genius play right there. If you don't remember, that's the curse. If you turn your back on someone, you get to use the curse. Curse. This is a curse. What a genius way to make someone turn their back on you, by being weird as possible. Oh, credits? Hold on. Not yet. And you, the story's over. I forget your voice every time. You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. This brings the story of the sudden mischief of Honjo to a close. And who could have foreseen such a conclusion? Unfortunately, it seems the so-called mastermind was one step ahead of you. She remains hidden, leaving behind no evidence. Perhaps there is truly no way to stop her. However, should you find this conclusion is not to your liking, by all means, please pursue a different path. You have done it once before, so I'm sure you already know how. With that, I shall be taking my leave. I have been your humble storyteller. Good night. Reach Tetsuo Tsumi's ending. He doesn't even open up a new branch. There is just, in one of these endings, there is some way, shape, or form that we can get something else. I'm assuming it's between these. It's gotta be, I don't know what, but there's something here. Alright, the story's not over yet. Was there anything we could have done here? Like, could you shoot Nejima? But I'm sorry. Whoa. I just jumped back to this part on a whim. I guess I found something. Your throat. Stay back, I'll shoot. Don't actually shoot, you idiot. See you around, dumb fucks. Oh, he grabbed and he jumped. He's after him, don't let him get away. Okay, this is something completely new now. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Meshudan bureaus. Suspect officers at Komagata Bridge and fled and currently remains at large. The time at which he threatened to carry out his attack is approaching. Responsible will call in reinforcements and widen the search perimeter beyond the immediate Sumida River area. Boss. Boss, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. If only I hadn't lost my nerve to open fire. Enough. Those drum ready on me. I should have told you to lower your weapon. Thinking that chasing him to the river would corner him was also a miscalculation. It's irresponsible that right now he's sleeping with the fishes at the bottom of the river. Somehow I doubt things would be that easy. Do you think he can really kill hundreds of people? Who knows? Him saying he already uses curse turned out to be a bluff. Hard to believe he can kill hundreds at once, even with the curse stone, but all we can do is pray that he was lying. The condition of Nejima's curse stone, the one side of it was only later discovered. Yeah, we know that. And so it's that sunset. It's sunset that day. Out of 632 students enrolled at Komagata High School, the 377 who were at home, each had one arm and one leg severed, one by one. And the order they appeared in the school register. They buzzed death while screaming in agony. Having no known cause, this atrocity terrified the public, resulting in widespread panic. Before long, fear and speculation plunged society into total chaos, and misinformation about the curses began to spread. A series of unrelated incidents broke out, unleashing pandemonium beyond all control. While it is uncertain whether Fumishika and Nejima intended things to go this far, Tetsuo Tsutomi's daughter, Ayami Tono, was also killed by Nejima's curse shortly after. Tetsuo Tsutomi, unable to bear the heavy responsibility or the people's blame, quit the police force and fled from the public's eye. At the very least, Nejima's goal of driving Tetsuo Tsutomi to ruin could not have been more thoroughly achieved. Thus, with this rapturous satisfaction, the curtain's close was on. Oof. Nejima's Reminiscence. That's another ending you can just get. I missed that ending entirely. That was something I could have got before. Oh, what a disturbing ending. That's just he wins next level. Jeez. What Nejima went on to use his enormous hoard of soul drugs for remains unclear. But according to later reports, Nejima devoted himself to his master, a woman called Lady Ashino. Okay, so this is how we do something new. Thank God. They've been here for 30 minutes looking around. This thing got closer. Well, it's coming closer. There's another one of the 7 mysteries. It looks like a will-o-wisp, maybe. Was there anything like that in the 7 mysteries? Well, that seems like a horrible mistake, but why not? Huh. Am I supposed to touch it? And there we go. It was cleansing. When the body, soul, and mind of Simon Mikado have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals curses that have been previously performed. Wait, so was Shoko all of that? My. Finally, you've arrived at this juncture. I expected no less from you. That means you have managed to bring everything to light. Though there is the possibility that you have wound up here by chance. Before I take any further, I must ask you a number of questions. What exactly the soul, body, and mind of Simon... About what exactly the soul, mind, and body of Simon are? Firstly, which curse echo represents the soul? You think you're going to fail me on this? But I'm actually going to decimate this. The beckoning lights, right? That's the one where you kill other curse users, right? Yep. Yes, that is exactly it. After his defeat at the hands of Ashino in the Honjo incident, Simon wandered about near Honji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayu Chozawa. But when called forth by Simon's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let us continue. Who was Simon's self? Who served as the self of Simon Mikado? Who was his body sin who carried his blood in their veins? It was Shogo. Correct again. Although Shogo was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. And in truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. There was also one with the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashino. Never expected that. Simon and Ashino faded to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now for my final question. Who was the mind of Simon? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to his. I was not expecting that. The name of Cyber Scott, I just looked this up. I'm sorry. I know people are going to be pissed at me in the comments because for me looking at like 3 different things in this video. But give me a break. I'm giving you the entire ending. It's the name you put at the beginning of the game. I think it was just Koi, right? Are you saying you believe it to be yourself? Are you certain? Yes, you are correct. Finally, you have remembered. What a plot twist. That's right, you are. The Paranormasight, Simon's consciousness, awoken by the curses and the rite of resurrection. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of this story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel, and manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. That ties so beautifully together. Otherwise, people are getting this random information. It wasn't some random gameplay mechanic. It's literally you, as a spirit, jumping to them and giving them like information on what to know. That's beautifully tied in. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. At one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the random curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of Ashino herself. You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. How interesting that she awakened Simon's consciousness at the same time as the curses. That was the one and only time she could have been stopped. But due to your influence on Shoko Okio's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life. Using the story chart to undo her death, I led you to believe that it was the work of the Rite of Resurrection itself. But as it turns out, seeing what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the outset is what ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, even under your control, Shoko Okie willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Shoko Okie had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Shoko Okie would have done so on his own accord. Oh my god, that's so beautifully awesome. Because I found that really interesting. Throughout the game, there's no other character, no other option where if you press use curse, it won't do it. Or something would stop it. Shoko Okie, if you just kept continuing dialogue, he would automatically use it. Furthermore, Mayu Chozawa was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. Oh, we can see something about her right now. Oh, Yoko. In truth, Yoko was a descendant of Omyoji who continued to practice in modern times. Her ancestor Ashino attempted to seal the resurrection of Honjo during the Edo period. Born with exceptional spirit sense, Yoko learned about her own ancestry while researching her roots, and was disappointed to find her bloodline fall into meteorocracy. She became consumed with the ambition to restore her family's lost glory through her own powers and devised a scheme to succeed where Ashino failed, and from the Rite of Resurrection. Yoko continued her training, developing her spiritual curse powers until she discovered the Record of Fates, which offered clues regarding the rite. She plotted to use the curse of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to gather a large number of soul dregs by calling forth curse echoes, taking the stage for mutual slaughter. The ultimate plan involved invoking a large-scale feast of shadows, awakening the curses, performing the rites herself, and bringing together enough soul dregs to revive Ashino. As the effects of the curses increased, the more people know and fear them. She first entrusted the Record of Fates to the local story Hideki Arashi, who could be used just to easily spread the rumors. He also contacted Fumishika Nejima, a criminal with a deep understanding of mystical arts. So within the curse stones need to gather soul dregs. Unsurprisingly, Nejima was very interested in the story of Ashino, and readily agreed to aid his revival. While carrying out these steps, Yuko learned of the existence of the Yin Scroll, which threatened to thwart her plans. She had a note about the scroll in the Record of Fates before giving it to Arashi, intending to acquire it before he could pose an issue. Through her investigation, Yoko discovered that Hajime Yoshimi was a descendant of Simon, and threatened him with the curse in an effort to scare him into revealing the whereabouts of the Yin Scroll. Hajime barely resisted Yoko's threat. She killed him with the curse to ensure Simon's descendant would not stand in her way. As the preparations were coming together, Yoko obtained the seemingly less dangerous curse of a whispering canal to become a curse bearer, a necessity for gathering the curse stones with a Feast of Shadows. Shoko Okie, also descendant of Simon, was eyed as a potential risk factor, and contacted to make sure he would be located nearby and subject to monitoring. However, unaware that the spirit of Simon would be awakened with Shoko as soon as she invoked the curse. Yoko's plan was thwarted when she was immediately cursed to death by Simon. Wow. Now, Allow me to ask you one last question. Alright, let me say, geez, I'm Simon, I can do this canonically. This is me doing this canonically. If you, knowing all that you know now, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? Oh. This is interesting now, isn't it? This goes to the final thing. I wouldn't want to destroy it. I see. That was Simon's original intention. I apologize for leaving out the options when I first asked you this question. Now, it is time for us to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruits of your efforts, and then we shall leave this world behind for good. Thank you, truly, for all the work you have done. If you put that at the beginning of the game, I would have chose that, because the option I chose before was, do I still see them? No. The option I chose before was I wouldn't use it, I'd let someone else use it. I just wouldn't want to use it. Oh, there it is. That's what happened? Can't believe it. I finally understand. Yeah, I was the one who did that to Yoko. The blood of my Onmyoji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curse of the 7 mysteries and cast the Feast of Shadows. And the only way to stop all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise, the rite of cleansing might have been negated too. I wonder how much of it was really her doing. Everything was her doing. I read her file, everything. Yoko. I guess that explains why I felt like it was fate when this all started. Though she didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined in like this from the moment we met. I wish you could have met her in different circumstances. No point thinking like that now. God, I need a drink. I'm thinking a Moscow Mule, or 2, or 3. Haru. Well, what is it? Just a dream. It seems that it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. Just a dream. I'm sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right, of course not. But, even if there is no such thing, I promise you that I will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago, and that's evaded our reach until now, and I witnessed from the scene of the kidnapping. I see. Tetsuo Tsutsumi. Scared me. I was like, what's happening? Oh, it's just her body. Whoa, what the heck is this? The medical unit told me to get down here. What happened? Don't worry, she deserved it, don't worry. As I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuta Gardens, another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related? It sure looks like it, but... Excuse me, you found this among the victim's belongings? Thought you'd want to know. What's this? What the heck? Boss, look who's in the female victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? In the picture, there's an X on it and a bunch of weird symbols, and all where his heart should be. No. Do you think... could this be like a curse or something? How many times do I have to tell you not to try to connect everything to the occult? Dang it. Is this a Nakagoshi case after all? What was that, boss? Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt this relates to Yoshimi. I should do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm gonna make a phone call. Got it. Leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. Contact your daughter and wife to make up of old relationships. Yako. Yeah, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident. Yeah, if we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information. I guess there never really was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. And then that's it for them. They got their short cutscene. Dang it, why is nothing happening? But now my contract will be... No!
I should never believe in this blasted record of face.
Who else do we have?
To all of you watching from far, far away, I'm talking to you guys too. The resurrection has never existed. Not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward, one step at a time. Bald.
Richter, why is that? You want to question him?
So he didn't die this time.
Hang on, Ariel. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now, and I'll follow him.
That's the kidnapper?
So she actually gets to face the kidnapper this time. They still work together.
Yes, I'm the one who did it. So please, help me. She's always following me.
He was just racked by guilt.
I'm so sorry, Michio. I had no idea. What? Hajime was killed by this Yoko Fukunaga? How can that be? He was the kind of guy who should be picked off like that. You know that. Yeah. And Moss is hiding something.
Needs to be some kind of secret hiding in Hajime's family tree.
Let me see if I can find out what it is.
Even this guy's alive.
I heard you would be absent today. Is there something you need? Well, I seem to have this spirit thing all of a sudden. I know it's the sort of thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it.
You could have called. Didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from her why.
Whoops, sorry. I forgot all about my favorite chief inspector.
The heck are you planning?
Nothing so heinous as you're thinking. I'm only Makoto Ashimiya after all. Nothing but a lowly janitor. How are things with you? Get along with your daughter?
Shame, nothing can happen to Nejima. He's legally okay to do what he wants.
Well, you know, more or less.
That's the worst part, I feel like. He's just... I guess he's a janitor now. I can't do anything about it. Well, actually, never mind. Nejima's not a horrendous guy in this timeline, is he? No, he still is. He is still... Because he was still trying to do black magic and kill people to revive him. The Rite of Resurrection, he tried to do that after killing a bunch of high school girls. But I guess now he's a lowly janitor, so who knows? Maybe he's gonna turn around in his life, as horrible as he still is.
And that is the game.
I'm gonna be quiet as the credits go by, if you don't mind. I just don't want to put the music on because it is so loud. So I just turn it off. And the title screen, it's a beautiful song. I really like it. It's very like it sets the mood so well. But at least for talking about the game, I want to put it on. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the true ending for Paranormasight: The Seven Mysteries of Honjo. I thoroughly enjoyed this game, and the true ending felt like a big payoff. It's quite easy to get the true ending. It's just right after you essentially right after you get the bad ending where Yoko Fukunaga gets what she wants, survives her past ancestor, and kind of just screws over the world. You just go back and realize like, I am a time god, and just make Shoko Okie actually kill her, get the curse stone in the entire rite, and essentially wipe the rite of resurrection away from time and existence. Just wipe it away entirely. But yeah, speaking of the lore, I think everyone kind of got anything. Like, I don't think I need to break anything down. It was kind of self-explanatory that Shoko was Simon's blood. Simon at one point was trying to stop the rite of resurrection. The lady was kept on trying to push it to go. Simon ended up, I think Simon ended up killing everyone that had a curse stone back in the day. That's why his curse stone specifically only kills other curse bearers. He ended up just killing every other curse bearer, including the lady. And their spirits kind of wandered. Hers out of vengeance, his out of justice, to still protect humanity from anything that would happen. I mean, he literally had that failsafe. If anything would happen, the rite of resurrection appeared again, he was going to stop it with his mind, body, and soul. Which I find very fascinating. That means he was prepared just in case anything went wrong. And that was, I'm assuming that was like Simon kind of permanently winning in a way, because he wiped, okay, well, I'm putting the music on, wiping away her from existence by killing her as a bloodline thing, because she had no connection to anything. Yoko was like her last strong spirit sense bloodline. Her other bloodline, because we read that it all faded into mediocrity, so her entire bloodline just forgot that lady was ever a thing in like 1,000 years ago. So it was just her that was really the only one that could continue it on. But I think we got a really good ending. We got our main protagonist back, which we saw at the beginning of the game. I always expected he was going to come back, because like I feel like they wouldn't show him for that long just to have it be over. But yeah, I guess it could even be read as at the end of Shogo's thing. In the original, he's using the curse stone without you pressing any buttons. He's going around killing everyone to get enough dregs to resurrect Yoko. And then right when he gets enough thing, he just dies. So it's like almost like you as Simon killed him, because the rite was going to start up again. He was going to revive Yoko, so you just straight up killed him. But then going back to how you influenced him, like, don't do that, she's actually evil. And he's like, oh, that's a good point. But yeah, other than that, sorry, I think we all get the lore of the game. It's a beautiful plot twist and quite simple, but it's just really beautiful and well done. I really enjoyed it. But speaking of just the game itself, I actually really enjoyed this game. I thoroughly loved it. It kind of gives me those Ace Attorney vibes. Obviously, it reminded me of Urban Myth, which I've played on the channel, which was a blast, and this reminded me of that a lot. It was just a really fun game. I know it wouldn't be for everyone. I said multiple times, it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of character build up. It's a lot of dialogue. So a lot of that stuff, I could get why people like, they might turn to this game like, oh, I don't want to just sit there and read all the time. Which is the same reason people would turn away from Urban Myth or Ace Attorney. But I really love games like this, like these slow burns type of thing. I'm glad I have people that like this as well, because I really want to complete this on the channel. And it's just been a blast. I mean, the game, from the music to the art to everything, was just really well done. The pacing was very slow, but I think that was just like, it was the point. It wasn't supposed to constantly jump to, here's another death and here's another death. It was very slow, but when it hit very impactfully. Like the scene where Nejima's on the river and is finally confronting him, or you find the woman that kidnapped Haru's son. It's just small stuff like that where they were constantly building up to it. They really delivered when it finally came to that point. So yeah, I promise I will not yab you off, but I did thoroughly enjoy and love this game. I was not meaning to even record for this long. I've been recording for 3 hours. I have no idea how this video is going to come out when it's all edited, but I've been recording for 3 hours. I will get this out for you guys, though, as soon as I can. But yeah, just want to say, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Just know I sincerely appreciate you all. And just thank you for being on this specific journey with me. It was really fun. But anyway, as always, farewell for now.